Now what's happening in here?
Oh, we're gonna see it happen. Oh, are we? Wait, what?
What is going on?
Is it Godzilla?
I hope not.
It's
Oh my god,
Godzilla!
I'm terrified. Why is Godzilla here? Oh, he's Godzilla!
The fuck?
Is this a movie? What did he...
Run! It's Godzilla!
This is so a movie. I can't stop thinking about what Mr. DeKiller said.
Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? We still don't know who the mysterious figure in the red raincoat at Gold Lake was. We've been dancing to somebody else's tune this whole time. But whose?
How about we were dancing to Moe's tune?
Mo? You really think it could be him?
He is the ringmaster of a circus that appeared in a prison.
That's true.
I don't know anymore. Still can't let it go, huh? You're like a dog with a danged bone. Both of y'all are.
There we go.
Well, I got me some reporting to do, so I'll catch y'all later some other time, I guess.
Oh!
It's her! Please, you have to help me.
What's the matter? Has something happened?
There's a body. It looks almost like a monster might have.
A monster?
Where? I'll be. Anybody else smell the sweet, sweet smell of scoop soup? Yes. This way, hurry. Oh my god. I love that run. That is the greatest run.
Oh, a lot of heart.
Huh? These look like... Yep, footprints. This right here is photo gold.
Footprints? How big would a creature have to be to leave prints like that?
Mr. Edgeworth, look.
Wait.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Wait.
Why is he here? Well, not him, but the guy that's been stepped on. Yi Jung Wang, the president of Shengfa. What is going on here?
Huh. You don't think that's exactly what I'm trying to figure out myself?
You can't blame him for being on edge, I suppose. The leader of his country is dead. The body is lying inside one of the footprints. What on earth happened to him?
That big old bad old terrorist done stomped right through here. I ain't never been sure of nothing.
Taro what? And I suppose you mean you are sure?
You! Did you discover the body? Yes, that is...
What are you doing, Agent Lang?
Langji says, I have a scroll. Begin at the beginning, with the first person to arrive at the scene. Well, did you really just discover the body? No. Or did you kill him?
Oh, no.
Look, be nice to Penny, okay, dude? Just be nice to her. Yes. Hey, go easy on her. Can't you see she's scared? Ah, nobody's getting it easy today. Do you have any idea what is lying dead over there? Or who? What? Where? When? Monster! That's President Wang, the leader of Shengfa. Oh, it was. He's kind of dead now. We should take a look around too, Mr. Edgeworth.
At least until the police arrive. I'm not strictly supposed to guard the investigations anymore.
Edgeworth, that's never stopped Phoenix. Do you remember me? Penny, only like 20 people in the Ace Attorney universe seem to remember you.
Oh, yes, of course. We met on, that case.
Great to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, Mr. Edgeworth's assistant. Wait, what are you his assistant of? Wow, I never knew you had your own adorable little assistant. I'm Penny Nichols. I work over at Global Studios. I'm in charge of props. It's nice to meet you. I was first in today. I wanted to make an early start. But then I noticed something was wrong. The footprints and the body.
We'll take a closer look at the body in just a moment. In the meantime, can I ask you to notify the police?
Yes, of course, right away.
Miss Nichols, where does this exit lead?
That? Oh, onto the grounds of the big building. Ooh, look at that! Somebody cut the chain. They did? I'm sure it was still intact when I left yesterday. Look at that huge dent. How did that get there? You know, how did we not notice that?
You're right, that's a very big dent. It would have been taking a sizable object to make it, and a heavy one too.
It wasn't like that yesterday either. Huh, what's this white thing here? Wait, it's a bone! Does that mean 2 murders?
It looks more like a horn than a bone to me.
Huh, there's something stuck to the front of his clothes there.
Yeah, speckles of a yellow substance.
I bet it's monster jewel. Yeah, that must be it.
Please, Kay, can you at least try to be sensible?
Nope.
We need forensics to tell us what it might be.
The body's surrounded by pieces of smashed up concrete.
Yes, they look to have been thrown clear when the ground was broken.
Pew! Sent flying by the mighty impact of a giant creature's foot. Just look at that shape. I know a hoof when I see one. There's only one thing that can possibly be the footprint of an enormous, terrifying beast. And it's not just the one. There are 3. Hey, these are plastic sheets you can put down when you have to picnic.
Ah, it's a sheet.
Those are waterproof sheets. We use them to protect the camera when it's up on the crane.
Ah!
If it starts raining while we're shooting, we can just cover up and keep going.
Ah!
I see! So they must be pretty big, right? Oh yeah, they have to be able to cover the whole rig. Wouldn't be much point using them otherwise. The weather was pretty patchy yesterday, so we wound up using them quite a bit.
You were working here alone?
That's right. I came before everybody else so I could get everything ready. But as soon as I walked through the gate, I saw the footprints. At first glance, I thought maybe they were part of the set. But then I got closer and I saw that somebody was lying in the middle of one of them.
You didn't notice until you were right up close.
Yeah, my eyesight just seems to be getting worse and worse lately. I think I need new glasses. He's back after 12 years of silence. The big, bad bull himself, Tarusaurus. It's the first Tarusaurus movie in a long time, so the crew's super excited about it. And parts of it are set here at the big building, so we've been shooting on location.
That explains what we saw yesterday.
So does Tarusaurus smash the big building to pieces in the movie? I bet he does, right? Wouldn't you like to know? We'll just have to wait to find out in theater. Is that a snake on it? It's a fight. It's versus Gordy!
Tarusaurus versus Gordy? Oh my god!
Just wait till you see those 2 legends tearing into each other on the big screen.
Miss Nichols, is the set kept locked overnight?
Yeah, we use one of these.
Ah!
A combination lock, huh? So anybody who knows the code can get in and out.
Who knows the combination?
Oh, the producer, the director, the crew, the actors. Basically everybody who's working on the movie.
Ugh. So any member of the cast or crew could have opened a log and entered. That's a lot of people. This thing in front of the trailer here, it looks like a monster costume. A costume! I'm sorry about the president. You have my deepest condolences.
Thanks. He was a great man. Zhang Fa will be lost without him.
I thought he was fairly hated. You and he were close, correct?
Damn!
Damn!
It all started when he hired my father. That was our big break. Oh damn, that's your father?
Damn!
Our family kept him safe. That was our most important duty, and our most sacred. He gave my father medal after medal. They had to come up with new ones just for him.
Oh my god!
In the end, there were no medals left to give, so he made us the keepers of his last will and testament. Those medals, that duty, they're our greatest pride. Our family jewels. Yeah, never thought we'd be unsealing that will so soon. Wow, it sounds like your family and the president were super close. When that whole thing happened back at the lake, you weren't with the president then, right? Not my fault. Look, a lot happened, okay? This was all 12 years ago or more. And that means we're solving something from 12 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Or more. My father and the president being friends, our family being the ones who kept him safe. He just changed one day. It was like he became a different person. Wouldn't this kind of verify that they aren't cast or crew?
Yes, it would.
I hope.
Yeah, you're right. The combination lock on the gate leading to the plaza was intact when Miss Nichols arrived, but the lock on the gate leading out to the side of the big building had been cut. The culprit didn't know the number for the combination lock.
You're right! It would have been way easier to come in that way if they did. But instead they chose the classic thieves route, the lesser-known side entrance.
Monsters don't exist. Surely even you know that.
Tyrannosaurus is real, dang it! I know that for a fact. I was up on 51 over at that there big building just yesterday, right?
Gathering materials for your story on the underground auction. Yes, we remember.
Well, ain't you just Mr. Memory Man? That's right. I done seen him right when I took that photo. Y'all see that blind right there next to Little Miss Redcoat? Well, guess who was on the other side of that very moment? That's right. Tyrannosaurus! Tyrannosaurus, big old eyes staring right at me, peeking right in at the window.
A window peeking monster?
Anyhow, I don't got time to be shooting the breeze with y'all. I got snaps to snap, reporters to report. Quit bugging me, will ya? Go on, get.
That entire story was ridiculous. This horn, do you recognize it?
Oh, that's part of one of Tyrannosaurus' horns. It's from a model we use for promotional stuff. Where did you find it?
On the ground near the side of the entrance.
That's weird. We keep a replica of Tyrannosaurus' head up on the roof of the trailer over there. It's just up there, see it?
Oh!
And it is missing a horn.
Both the dent in the fence and the broken horn weren't there yesterday according to our witness. Which leads me to wonder.
Wait, you think that giant Tyrannosaurus head could have...
I do. I think it could well have rolled off the trailer roof and landed in the lot below. It seems more than possible. It also means the Tyrannosaurus head somehow fell from the roof up there.
Yeah, that could kill somebody for sure.
Miss Nichols, would you mind if we took a look up on the roof of the trailer?
You want to go up there? Sure, I don't see why not.
Move, old man.
What did you say to me? You need to learn some manners, kid.
Milk. No. You need to learn when you're in the way. Quit whining and get out of here.
What the? I'm so sorry about him. Sean, apologize to the nice man.
He's a child actor.
Oh, let me introduce you all. Everybody, this is Sean Fenn. He's the star of the movie we're making. Oh, you, might not want to get too close, Sean.
Just right, it's no sight for a child.
Do we know anything about this child? He's 13.
Damn, he's 13, and he has a menacing demeanor. So this is the mighty Taurosaurus.
Ah, he looks different from before. Oh, I forgot, you two aren't Taurosaurus fans. This is the original Taurosaurus design from 12 years back.
Ah.
So what's the one on the flyer? That's the all-new Taurosaurus. They gave him a makeover especially for the movie, because he gets to fight Gordy. It's just a cow. Well, he is just a cow. Or at least he was originally based on a cow. He's a monstrosity.
Oh my god.
There's a heater here. Do you think it's to keep the crew warm or something?
I would imagine so. It's spring now, but the evenings can still be pretty chilly. Really gets in your bones. These look like cans of paint thinner. Guess they were being used by the prop department.
Look at the crowd around them, Mr. Edgeworth. It's all burned.
Indeed. That's just a blue sheet underneath. And a nearby newspaper. And the outside of the cans. It's a wooden table, sadly collapsed. Part of it are badly scorched.
That's weird. The head should be on that table.
I think there might have been a fire up here.
Do you think that's what happened to the legs?
Yes, and when the fire had burned through the legs, the table would have collapsed and the head
would have fallen down on to the ground below. You're right. The fire caused the head to fall.
Miss Nichols, the model looks very heavy. How do you move it around?
Oh, it comes apart. If you know the trick, it's not so hard. I guess if you didn't, you might struggle to figure it out.
Once it's in pieces, could one person move it?
Oh yeah, even I could. Maybe not very fast, but I could. So you're an actor, right, Sean?
Yeah, so what?
That's amazing! You're so cool! I'm a great thief, Yatagarasu!
It's not that big of a deal.
He's a tsundere!
Oh, of course he would be.
So, those horns of yours.
Yeah? What about them?
Oh, those? They make up to the department made them. I'm asking Sean! Not you, Penny! Wow, she's actually had more lines in this one part of the game than she had in the entirety of the other one.
Oh, yeah.
The character he plays has a special psychic link with Taurosaurus.
Ah.
Still, that's kind of amazing, huh? The lead character in a movie? While you're still in elementary school? That's crazy! Oh. Oh, he's gonna get angry at that one. Taurosaurus, kill her! Sean's actually 13. He just looks a little younger.
Oh, yeah.
What? But look at him! He's so little and cute! He is kinda small, you have to admit. Oh, we try not to talk about that too much in front of him.
I said stop telling people, stop, they don't need to know! So it's all part of the role, except for the carton of milk, maybe.
Milk will make me grow big and strong.
Oh, that's...
Bet that's you.
That's why
That's
he's
his
drinking
reasoning.
milk. Yeah, because he's 13, he's probably very,
He's small for his age.
Yeah. Boy, just having a stand contest. Oh, yeah.
What's this? Oh wait, from yesterday?
Yeah, I just got them printed. You can keep it if you want.
Wow, it's such a great picture. And you brought it specially for me? That's so kind. Thank you.
No, I just happen to have a spare. That's all.
Oh my god! Do you know who's in that suit? It's Powers!
That would be funny. So it was taken yesterday. No footprints and certainly no body. But man, Sean just looks so pissed. He's just done with this. Mr. President!
It's a little late for that, don't you think? Whoever it was made a big mistake. But I promise you this, they'll pay. I'm on their trail already. I've already caught scent of my prey. Take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the viewing platform at the top of the big building. Gavel?
That's...
It's pointed at the elevator that leads onto the roof, so it records everybody who goes up there. And in this particular case, it recorded the president and his murderer. Clear as day.
Agent Lang, perhaps you could explain your thinking on the matter a little further?
Why, I suspect Gavel. Alright, so this judge friend of yours met the president up on the roof. And then she pushed him, and he landed right here. This all happened the night before last. This was yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's that simple.
Shilong Lang, former star agent of Interpol. How the mighty have fallen.
What?
Take a look at this picture. It's a behind-the-scenes shoot of some of the cast and crew, and it was taken only yesterday.
What? Shit. Ha! Fine, you got me. I must say, it's been a while. I almost missed it. Langji says, the righteous anger of a wolf lasts 100 years. I won't be calming down anytime soon. Not until we've caught the president's killer.
I want the same thing. We all do. Nonetheless, the body appeared last night. You have to accept that now. The president didn't die from a fall.
That's right! He was crushed by the falling head of a giant monster!
The incident occurred here on the movie sets, not at the top of the big building.
Says you, but that's just your theory. What if your friend Gavel pushed the president off the big building the night before last, and then came down here to the movie set and hid the body somewhere? Is she part of the cast or crew?
Yeah, she wouldn't notice.
Take that!
Both entrances to this lot were locked, and we already know that the chain on the side gate was caught only last night. Judge Gavel had no way of getting in here and hide the body to hide the body the night before last.
There's footage from a few dozen minutes after your friend went up to the roof with the president. It shows her heading back into the elevator, alone. You know what there's no footage of? The president himself leaving that roof. There's no other way you could have gotten down from the top of the building that high. Unless he was pushed by Gavel.
The president's one of the smugglers.
There's no other way the president could have gone down from top of the building that high.
Objection!
Lang, you're predictable.
Actually, there was another way. Namely, that the big building has a hidden 51st floor, with a hidden entrance on the rooftop. If he left that way, he wouldn't have needed to ride the elevator. There's a secret storeroom up there where they keep the lots for an underground auction. The whole sordid scheme was uncovered just yesterday.
What the heck are you gonna try to say? That President Wang was involved somehow?
I don't have any proof, but I certainly think it's a possibility.
Yeah, based on what we've seen of him, he totally seems the type. Why does he howl?
He's a wolf.
He'd never do that. Not the president. Illegal underground auctions? No. He'd have nothing to do with it. Nothing. I hope you two are feeling lucky, because when people start saying stuff like that, I start biting. Bye, Kay.
Huh. She ran away. Forgive me, Agent Lang. I didn't mean to upset you. We spoke out of turn, both of us. I can only apologize.
Apology accepted. And reciprocated. I'm sorry I got carried away. It's not you I'm upset with. It's the animal who killed the president. Well, ain't you just a fine figure of a man? Why are you so laid back? All patriotic and such. Gotta tip your hat to that sort of thing. Well, I got good news for you, Mr. Patriot. Real good news. What? Ain't no way in heck your pal the president moseyed downstairs via 51. Really? I was hunkered down in that there storeroom the whole dang time. I was peeled like oranges.
Right, so she did not see the president.
But she was knocked out for a while.
That is true. Well, she, fainted.
Agent Lang, we'd like to hand the body off to the coroner if you don't mind. Those two are still freaking out back there. We've been talking for like 10 minutes.
Mr. President!
Fine, he's all yours. Just take care of him, okay? We found footprints near the body. And what kind of prints? Sir, they were child's footprints, about the size of your average elementary school kid.
Oh,
Sean,
shit.
no!
What?
Elementary school? No, it couldn't be.
What now?
There's something I have to tell you. Sean can turn into an actual monster.
That would be kind of funny.
Last night, I came here. What?
You mean you came back to the set? Why?
Well, I just wanted to. I was worried about him, so I came back to check. Check on Sean, I mean. Yes, you see, he stayed behind on his own last night to rehearse. Ow! He really takes his job seriously, huh? Well, this movie is his first lead role, and he's trying so hard to make it perfect.
Around what time was this?
Let's see, it was already after 10, I think, so past his bedtime. It looked like it might be about to rain, so I got a little worried and came down. When I got here, well, Sean was there on his own, running his lines, and towering above him there was this long, like really, really long neck. Neck? Yes, with skin like an enormous worm.
Body?
It was Gordy.
Body?
It was like a dinosaur. Stop taking pictures. I mean, it must be. Gordy, good old Gordy. You done gave me the slip last time, you slimy old lizard, but I got you now.
Oh my god, it's the crane.
Yeah, it's the crane with the plastic draped over it. The prosecution calls Sean Fenton to the stand. Where'd he go? Sean ran off just a moment ago. What? How dare he?
Excuse me? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, long time no see.
How come you're not with Agent Lang?
Shifu? He's not technically my boss anymore. Really? What happened? You remember that case from a month or so back? You made kind of a big mistake there. Came about as close to aiding and abetting a serious criminal as you can come and still keep your job. Indeed, I guess that was pretty close. Well, being Shifu, he took full responsibility. They disbanded our team.
So, what are you doing here?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was worried about him. I think he's been chasing ghosts. Ghosts from 12 years ago, to be precise.
Yep, this confirms it. We're solving something from 12 years ago.
Oh yeah, totally. Sorry, I already said too much. I better be on my way. These ghosts of Agent Lang's. They have something to do with the case we're currently investigating.
Yes.
Someone needs to get Judge Gaville's side of the story.
I guess the trial will be beginning right about now.
Indeed, I think we better head down to the courthouse, don't you?
All right, let's go. Oh, Eddie versus Franny?
Ooh!
Are there no people in the stands?
The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Is the murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? How can this... No! The evidence! The murder weapon! It's not here! And neither is body hammer, can't existieren.
What? Say it ain't so. No one's in here to be having this.
Silence! Silence! Miss von Karma, explain yourself.
I was just handed the evidence by someone. Not my fault.
I wish I could, Your Honor.
Little boy winner strikes again. Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
The court hereby denies the defense's request.
What? What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio?
Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Eva Lagarde, not guilty.
Objection!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold the phone there, hasty pants. You can't go dropping a verdict like that. You're the defense.
Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to his client being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. You are the worst
Yeah,
defense
he really
attorney.
is.
And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
It is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. Give me more time, just a little. I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess.
Oh, yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor. Don't do us like this. Why are you defending her?
Very well. The court accepts the request.
Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know.
There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well.
Oh, God. Monkey Man and her. Why are you still in the outfit?
Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go?
It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right?
Simeon? There's kind of a problem. They've lost some evidence. The knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom.
What? But no, they can't.
They're not going to arrest you again, are they?
Don't say that! No.
Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh?
How dare he embarrass me like that?
Speaking of easy to upset, I never imagined you would be the one to prosecuting this case, Francisca.
Nor did I. But what a case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. The murder weapon was properly entered into evidence and everything.
And yet when you went to send the knife to the court, it wasn't there.
That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool! Yuck! The next time I see the little coward, I'll be put into shape if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Somebody who wears a red coat and has some stupid thing on his neck.
Just the silence. I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes.
Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, alright?
I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again.
Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play?
I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you?
Eustace Winner. Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Oh, Gavel.
Oh, hi.
Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure as always.
A pleasure? How is this a pleasure? And what was that all about just now?
Okay, stop it.
Judge Cavell knows that horrible woman is the killer!
You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way.
I mean, it's better than the other judge, who's like, yes, I think this person is completely innocent. Ah, but have you considered that they're not? Ah, excellent point, Edgeworth. They clearly aren't innocent and need to be executed.
Indeed, especially because I'm gonna have a lobster dinner soon. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing, we simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say.
Don't we have a deadline of like 15 minutes?
Don't worry, time flows slower in it when we're doing mind chess. James Cavell met with the president of Shengfa the night before last.
Mind chess!
Comments! Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with the President Wang to discuss. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, and an occasional aide to us in the field even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. Oh,
God, the other judge also meets with foreign dignitaries
Yeah.
then.
the law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You returned case promise notebook just this morning. Surely you can't claim that fell within the scope of your duty. I'm not yet a perfect servant of the law, and much is true. No, you're a human being. That was an act of simple human kindness. Your feelings, Judge Gavel, and you're allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Torosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Torosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. Something about him shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. Francesca stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly too. Wait, too? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we are not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You're right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Givell, just tell us the truth. What's going on? I'm... What do I do? What do I do? Wow,
oh my god, that's new.
She's actually panicking.
Was Eustace like kidnapped or something?
This person you're so worried about is a Torosaurus. I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot. It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, that's not true at all. It's just, film sets are places where dreams are made. Instead, a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. I'm sorry. Let me just tell them my line of thinking. How old is Gavelle again?
20s, I think? I can't check right now.
Yeah, so it's not. I don't think it's old enough to be the motto of Sean.
But she could be like an aunt or something if she has an older sibling.
But I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No, why? Why did this have to happen? It is Sean. I think it is Sean. The person you were so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I am worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't? That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I... It is Sean.
It is Sean.
That poor child. Who are you talking about? Nobody! Please! It was nothing! Ignore it. So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them. And since you say child, I suppose we are right in assuming that this person is a minor? I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? How did you... You're usually so cool and collected. But this comfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I see, I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such thing. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set? Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? Are they siblings? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Do you know Sean personally? He is famous, doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. There's almost nothing I don't know about him. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. That seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. I do not know him personally, I simply know a lot about him. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem to a little too worried. You implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. How did you? I gave away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. We're trying to find Sean. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way. I don't know if exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Please, Judge Givell, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? Goddess of Justice? By the one person who knows where he is. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he?
Is Gavelle like an adoptive mother?
She could be a guardian. Like that's totally a thing. I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. But why does that have anything to do with you? Sean is... He's my... I called it!
What's the president have to do with it?
Is he the father? What? Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. Mine just checkmate!
She's 26, so adoptive.
That would be adopted, yeah. But now the color scheme makes sense. Because he has the same color scheme as Gavelle does under her judge coat.
What? You're Sean's mom? A Judge Gavelle? No way, come on, you're too young.
It's true. I'm Sean's mother. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Oh, and the kidnapper's probably wanting Fifi to go free, isn't it? Did they make any demands? Only one. That Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent.
So much for the goddess of justice! You know, I just thought of something after playing Chapter 4. She's the next coming of the Hammer of Justice!
Oh my god.
She uses a hammer, her thing's all about justice. Come on, it's perfect.
It's pretty obvious, yeah.
And she's covering one of her eyes to not use it. The Gerson in the anime court universe exists and is probably a really old guy right now, and not a turtle, obviously.
I'm a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet I tried to. I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest.
Yeah, Phoenix had to go through the same thing, actually.
Yup.
And his guy was really weird. I have a thing of wine somehow, and I'm evil. That was so strange.
Oh, yeah.
Your Honor, there you are.
It seems it is time.
Oh shit, it did take 15 minutes. Judge Gavelle! My dad was a prosecutor. Also a thief.
He was?
Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. He would have stolen the truth and probably murdered everyone that got in his way of rescuing Kay.
If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty...
I know what he would have done. Anything. That's what. He would have done anything to get me back. Yeah! Including getting your, uncle?
Yep.
To go find Detective Badass. So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. To get him back, to stand for the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yondegrasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you.
The thief who steals only the truth. And perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Givell, what do you say? Will you trust a great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Thank you. Here, take my cell phone. Aww, I can never make call again. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best.
Alright, let's go to work! Team Yondegrasu, move out! Yay! Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight! The dude down there is just thinking, oh my god, this... One alone soars to shine, the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And the one is me, for I am the great thief, Yatagarasu!
I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation?
Yes, but the dude in the taxi did not know that.
Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see.
Long time no see indeed.
I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. But if you're Kahia's assistant, I guess this is her case?
I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. All right, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? Perhaps you could give me your impressions.
My impressions? I guess my main concern is no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry.
I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now.
Right. I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either.
I guess we're due to finish shooting soon?
No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long.
So you've all been working hard on the movie?
Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everybody else at Global Studios.
Why did they put this kind of energy into making a new school samurai show or something? What role are you playing in this one?
Me? I'm Torosaurus himself!
Hell yeah!
Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean?
Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him.
Does he do that a lot?
Yeah, kinda. You take 5 mid-shots. If you take 5 mid-shots, you look around sometimes and he's just gone.
Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to?
He got on the side bus. I was taking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back, he was gone.
You mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers?
Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though.
There's no any filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something?
No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing.
A case? What's he talking about?
Now, all that stuff there's normally stored inside a large case. I look away for 5 minutes, and it's wandered off somewhere.
What exactly was taken?
Just a case, as far as I can tell.
Ah, he could be inside that case, couldn't he?
Oh, hey there, pal! Why a long face, huh? You think your honor might have lightened up a little?
You take on any passengers here this morning?
Toss a wish wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you.
And who was the passenger?
It was 2 guys. Had on these black suits, real sharp looking.
A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir.
Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore. But he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask you why you've been posted here?
Me? Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of here this morning.
None except the taxi in that blue truck over there, sir. Sean! Sean! You in there? No sign of him either. Kind of thought the basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious.
She's not wrong. It does.
Why are you touching the truck?
The engine is cold, which means it's been here for a while. And if it's been parked here for a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either.
I don't know why that's going to be important, but it will be.
Where would Sean have been sitting?
Sean, no, that's his seat with the backpack on it.
There's something poking out of it. A videotape.
Huh? We use these when we're shooting. I wish Sean had one.
Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape?
Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there.
It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? Ah, that's why he was looking at Gordy, so to speak. He was looking at the camera while rehearsing. There's a clearly visible footprint right there. Which means this must be from last night.
Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time.
And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own?
Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something. Pretty basic.
Where did Sean go?
He ran off somewhere.
Just left the camera running?
Wait, you're free?
Oh.
Oh no, they're both here. I don't remember how her voice differed from Lana's. How do you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. I can't. I only have one good southern voice, and it's still a bad one. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone.
Well, look who it is. Although I can't help but wish it wasn't.
Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles. Good to see y'all again.
And you, Miss Lloyd? But how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere, packed me up and shipped me home without as much as a slap on the wrist.
Why?
Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never, never mention the whole thing ever again, though.
Oh, that's because you went part of the official story in an attempt at the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. Miss Lloyd, this picture?
Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask.
Huh? You do?
You're looking for him, right? The kid.
What?
What? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too? Crazy.
Seriously? How do you know about it?
I bet you'd just love to know, wouldn't ya? Well, you can't. It's a secret. So, you know something, right? Sure do. The truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it! I'm now Southern.
So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw two men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver was giving two similar-looking men a ride.
They must be the same people, right?
I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes. But there's one thing that doesn't make sense. Taxi driver said specifically that the two men didn't have a child with them.
But he never mentioned they didn't have a case.
Yeah, we need to find someone to mention they have a case. Would it be the kidnappers who stole the case?
He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him.
Maybe that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. The two men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them?
Boy, did I! A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell ya.
Why did you take these two men, if you don't mind me asking?
Look, I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there?
That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. No way. Look at the name on the mailbox.
What, Excelsior Winner? Damn!
Oh, damn that bike.
Damn!
He did look like a biker, to be honest. That was kind of his whole style, you know?
Now, let's find us some treasures.
Are we supposed to be looking for Sean? These, mechanics gloves.
Death.
They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines.
They're covered in oil. That looks like it must be from a machine, too.
And strangely dirt. An awful lot of dirt. How they would have gotten like that from the motorcycle maintenance. Oh shit, that's concrete.
Yeah, this stuff would be good for digging concrete.
Yeah, that's a hammer. That's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here.
That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this.
I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of these around in a courtroom.
Just, really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead?
Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise you won't do that.
There's somebody in the back there.
Sean, is that you?
Sean, stay right there. We're coming. Huh?
That's... What?
What the hell?
Mr. Winner! Untie him, Kay, quickly.
Are you okay, Eustace?
He looks like he's been through hell.
He was tied up in his own house.
Yeah, that is pretty traumatizing. How do you come to be tied up down here?
I don't know. You found me. Why don't you tell me?
Because we don't know. Which is why we are asking.
I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this.
No, in which case, there's only one thing for it.
No.
The last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here? The last time we saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here?
You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me.
Wow!
Oh my god!
He's been through a lot. It's going to be hard to know what might cause him to lose control.
Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? The butt of every joke.
Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace.
No, I will not. Even if I did, and like you'd listen to me. What is this? Why are you shouting?
They actually put a little sound of objection in. Oh my god.
What? You're really going to listen to me?
Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize.
That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning. Everything I thought I worked for. It was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now? Believe in the me that believes in you!
You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience, I can give it to you. But knowledge, that I'm happy to offer.
I had some time to think while I was tied up like that. And I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm not incompetent? I don't even know the right word.
I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult. So I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day. Inch by inch. I swear it. Now I need to ask you something. Will you help me out?
Sure, what do you want to know?
I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home?
Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box, then locked me in here. I was scared, so scared.
And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said?
I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house.
You're at his house. That's your father, isn't it?
No, don't hit yourself, dude. It is. I guess it is. Huh. Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad.
That's not it. It's not based on what else we know of the situation. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been?
No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already.
Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where you could be more convenient than one's own home. I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father.
What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was going to kill me?
What good would Dad have done him? His own son did it in a family garage. You would instantly become the prime suspect.
You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped?
Well, it won't have been for a ransom. Not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping?
No, I just answered their stupid question and then they grabbed me.
Their question? What did they ask you?
What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel.
Oh shit!
Do they think he's Sean?
I think they might have thought he was Sean. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fenn, because he went to force her honor into declaring Ward Lagarde not guilty.
Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also Lagarde would be found not guilty.
I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped.
What? You mean I went through all that? I'm a mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where...
Where what? Have you remembered something?
No, it's nothing. Come on, dude, really? I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone.
This isn't good. I think I pushed him as far as he can be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he's just remembered. He remembered something just now. What was it?
I didn't remember anything. All I remember is him.
Him? You mean your father?
No, I didn't mean to bring him up. I'm nothing compared to him. I never made prosecutor if he didn't help me.
I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor?
What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That wasn't meant to be one. That's not good enough.
You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason.
It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it at all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. I mean, that's all the reason you really need.
I've often felt much the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor.
Really? You have? But you're a real one. A good one. A success. Unless you're fighting some dude with spiky hair, then you lose. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so.
You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that.
I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless.
You are not. Covering for your father in any way, are you?
What? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done?
You have a strong desire to be of use to him. He'll approve of you. Is that fair to say?
I mean, why can't I be just once in my stupid life? Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name?
It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one.
Huh? I never knew that.
In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him?
But what else do I have? What else am I supposed to do?
Why don't you be the better man? Rise above the father who made a fool out of you. Stare him right straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes.
Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything.
That seems to have calmed him down again.
Is this really mind chess and not therapy?
Yeah. What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde?
Sorry, I don't know much about that.
Can't think of anything. Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue.
Oh, I think they maybe worked together once, and...
And? What is it? What else have you remembered?
I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her.
Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her?
I guess he thought she was good at her job. Unlike me. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor.
What was he like back then? Was he different at all?
Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know, or a case file he hadn't read.
Key piece of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow?
No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. But what did I do? What did I do?
Seems he's drowning in his own self-doubt again. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct?
He told me it would all be safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer.
Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust. And in the ugliest way possible.
So he got rid of it? Oh, hi, Dad. What were you thinking?
Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you.
What? Why is he a cat?
There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winner's possession. And we still don't know where Sean is. Still, we need to get back out there and find him.
It's all my fault. What do I do now?
I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with reality he never even knew existed. You mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace?
I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I?
Only you can decide what path you choose to walk.
Then I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it.
You mean to be like your father? Continue to ignore the truth?
Come on, give me a break, will you? Can't the guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? No.
Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways.
That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. Edgeworth! He's growing!
If you could muster the courage to try and find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help.
That right there is some great character development because Edgeworth did not like Eustace at first. You would?
But only if you really mean to try.
I don't want to be like my dad.
You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself. It tells us where he needs to go next. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have. And it's a choice you made all on your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself. And in the path you've chosen.
Wow! I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast!
Wait, is this?
Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? Quickly, catch him! Rude, he totally ignored me. There's some stuff left in the safe.
I think we'd better take a look, don't you? Owner will just have to forgive our prying. Is it a document of some kind?
Let's see. Yeah, a document. And there's a photo attached too.
This picture. It's of...
Yeah, because that's his chest thing. Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about?
I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis.
So this is Legard probably to Excelsius.
As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence guest games with. But now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. I'll make that worm admit he's Canis' lackey if it's the last thing I do. So you do your bit too and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it.
Wait, there's something else in here we've seen before.
Well, Mr. Knight. Your chest and your ring are here too. All your possessions in one place.
So basically, the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison?
It would seem so.
Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here too. Knife, chisel. Huh, no dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff.
Really? Curses. Could I interest you two in some cotton candy, perhaps? Oh, shit!
Oh no, it's this guy.
I have ice cream too. But if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth.
What are you doing here? You gonna kill me?
I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No. I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different? What does he want with us? President's murder. Was that you? Oh no. My contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. A man no one could kill. Of course, he's stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. It wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He was bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. Sadly, this time his bodyguards were nowhere to be found.
And after Mr. Rook died to save him too.
As I said, it wasn't me. I did not kill without good reason. Which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. Was it a body double? A betrayal of trust for which I won't soon forget. That is why I'm currently doing all I can do to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now, I can't tell you that. It's against the rule. Revealing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? That doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. Ah, but I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Our mutual friend Bodhihar Mekanis. He escaped 3 days ago. What?
What?
Oh no. Huh, that sound.
Mr. Edgeworth, it's just Gavel's cell
Oh, is that a
phone.
is that a Taurosaurus theme?
Yeah.
How's it going, Miles? It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course.
You're the one who adopted Kay.
Bingo. Well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I'm so surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad German winner kill Little Miss Rosie Ringer.
What?
I also called to say thank you. You're right, I adopted Kay, as you put it. Why would I do that, That's right. Because I need you to help me make sure that the winner got caught. Everything worked out exactly like I planned. It wasn't Winner who kidnapped Judge Gamel's boy.
You? How do you know about that?
You and the good Georgia Winner are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me.
She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe.
Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping? That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now. If only I could see your faces. Okay? What do you say? I think your comments to him back just like you said you would.
Wait a second.
Have we been bugged?
Either bugged or who was around when she said that? I don't think they're gonna spring someone new on us right
It
away.
couldn't possibly be Fender, could it?
So, the people in the courthouse are Franny, Fender, Gavel. She's innocent. I'm 99% certain of that. Regina and Simeon Saint.
Yeah.
Because they were there too,
That is
remember?
true.
We have 5 suspects?
This is nuts.
Fender and Simeon. Those are the 2 that were in the courtroom that would be able to hear this stuff. Unless we've been bugged. But I don't think they're just going to have a random character out of nowhere.
Papa Lena's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first. What a bunch of clowns.
What do you want? What's the end game here? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted?
Nope. I couldn't care less about whether they find her guilty or not. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay?
Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this.
Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you to at least try to track me down. I'll be half the fun. But I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly.
Who was that?
I wish I knew, but he didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine. How is it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private?
Wait a second. Could it even be Fender? He's in trial right now.
Yeah, it cannot be Fender.
So if we only have the people to go by that we saw in the courthouse, it would have to be Saint.
Okay, can I take a closer look at your badge?
The Yatagarasu pen? No, it's mine.
What? I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs. Oh my god.
That looks perfectly fine
I
to
think
me.
I called it and this thing is bugged. Aha.
Why does it open? Huh? Whoa. Hey, jerkface.
Okay.
Eavesdropping coward. Why don't you come out and show yourself? Why are you here? You eavesdropping coward. Wow. Dang it. Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning. Made me jump halfway out of my skin. I'm, sorry. What's got you so ornery anyhow? Get a load of this. I can't change their voices.
I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves. Okay.
Aw, come on. Y'all are no fun at all.
Better switch off the bug before I forget.
Wait, Mr. Edgeworth, I just had a thought. It's about that phone call. There was a weird noise in the background, right?
There was. That provide a hint as to Kinaba's location.
Gumshoe?
Oh, Gumshoe!
What are you doing?
Fine. Not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours?
Proof, that's what. Proof that Taurosaurus really is real.
Alright. Okay, we're leaving.
Wait. I ain't lying, I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true.
Proof? What kind of proof? You capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps?
I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured.
I was hoping for something a little better than that. And tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire-breathing something with your own eyes?
Well, not exactly with my eyes as such. Being an eye wasn't precisely close by when it happened.
Surely the real Taurosaurus would be pretty hard to miss no matter how far away you were standing.
Well, see, I was far away, but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. I really dug myself a hole here, huh? Yes, you did.
Yep, you did, Lloyd.
See, I might have could have rigged me up a little wireless intercept, hoping to do a little scoop detecting. That's so sad. Poor insect.
What? Not an insect, Kay. An intercept. She was listening out for radio signals. When it allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. That's how she heard it. Would you mind if we borrowed that tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd?
Yeah. Dude, what you danged well, please.
How's the search going? Did you find him?
Not yet. Poor Sean.
I did manage to find Eustace, yes. Thanks so much. Now maybe they don't want to arrest me again. Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, Detective? Number 1, I've got some results for you from when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. They found trace of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was, 3 C's. I guess that's what she was struck with at Gold Lake, when she was taken to the roof of the big building. Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of all that footage from the security camera in front of the big building elevator.
Did you spot me, Gummy?
I watched it all in fast forward, everything from 2 days ago till the end. Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere. How did the kidnapper get her up there? We know how they got her up there. Then we'll need to look into that in a little more detail. That boy's been kidnapped. Need your help to find him. His name is Sean Fenn. Oh, wait. The kid with the horns? Walked off toward the garbage disposal area. Didn't even need our help, huh?
That's not true. Thanks so much for joining in the search. You're probably evil. You're the only one I can suspect really right now. Where did you look, by the way?
Oh, this place a little away, far away called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? Sunshine Coliseum. That's over by the harbor. Yeah, well, a whole bunch of people there for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look.
You mean like a festival? Ooh, that sounds fun. Wish I could have gone and checked it out.
Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simeon didn't like the crowds much, but... Hey, don't have to tell them that.
All right, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all going to the festival together.
Intriguing. It's a milk carton.
That's the same brand Sean drinks.
Something happened to him here. Almost certain of it. Trash is collected at 11 a.m. This is why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here earlier. Big stuff, too. Oh. I think there's a strong possibility that Sean was abducted from the garbage disposal area. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning. The taxi and a blue truck.
And Eustace was taken away in the taxi.
Right. Well, it seems that Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area. And if the garbage was collected at 11 a.m. Oh! I get it! Now we know what kind of truck it was! The police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, right? That's why abducted Sean put him in a larger cardboard box they prepared for the job. Now mix that in amongst all the other oversized items.
And the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked.
Exactly. Allowing the kidnapper to await the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They could then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and collected without incident.
Let's see. Looks like we have 2 possibilities.
Which of the garbage processing facilities was Sean taken to? Probably the Daybreak? Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework? So based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum.
And one of the garbage facilities is right by there too.
I think it's like that's where Sean was taken. Did it Gumshoe? Did I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility? I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search, but I'll put my best guys on it. You can count on that.
I'm coming too, Gummy! I promised I'd snatch Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm going to do! Well, if it isn't our old friend, ex-prosecutor Edgeworth. Hello, dear boy.
The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet.
I already told you, Francisca. It doesn't make sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime, sent to prison. It's enough to make a grown man cry. But to suppress evidence in order to keep her out of a jail cell? No, that's preposterous.
Objection!
But we have a statement from your own son. He says he entrusts the evidence to your care.
I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about. Or why he'd say such a thing. I don't know what's gotten into him lately.
Objection!
What if I could prove that you and Warden Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim?
Miles Edgeworth, I'm the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking, biting in like this?
We need to have at least one court proceeding during our game.
Yes, just at least one. I'm sorry, Francisca, but it's important. May I speak on behalf of the prosecution just briefly? Very well. This is highly irregular, but I will allow it.
Have you all gone completely mad? Yes.
You said you had important new evidence. Evidence of what exactly? Just what I said, that Warden Lagarde and Chairman Winner are far better acquainted than he claims. This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone.
Oh yeah, and who might that be?
The late Mr. Bronco Knight, and the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered.
Objection!
Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report. Would you care to elaborate? To whom was this report addressed?
We recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the Bigg building. An auction, if you recall, that was presided over by Excelsior's Winner. And that is to whom the report in question was addressed. You still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another?
I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has it?
Have you forgotten the events of this morning already? I think I proved the fact more than adequately.
I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes, but that was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then, well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me.
You won't wriggle your way out of this one.
I'm sorry, my boy, but what counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things.
And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you're a scurrilous soul. What the hell does that mean?
I have no idea, but it's very fancy.
Making or spreading scandalous claims about someone with the intention of damaging their reputation. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth, should it choose to acquaint me. As it should you. Well, Verity, I think we've heard all we need to, don't you? There's no way that evidence is turning up. Ever. A quick not guilty, and we can all go home.
Objection!
Oh, hell yeah! It's here!
Oh, hell yeah. Who said that?
Dad! Eustace, what are you doing here? I brought some vital evidence! So, can I please, take my place at the prosecutor's bench? Pretty please!
Well, Eustace, this is certainly a surprise.
You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Vatty? Come on, just give us a call. Say you rescued Sean.
That sound. Huh? Mine is also ringing.
Is everyone's phone just going to start ringing in here? Whoa, I'm getting a call too. Mr. Fender!
We found Sean!
The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work, your great thiefness. Thanks, we just thought you should know right away. See y'all soon!
Joskevel, it's for you. Hello? Yes. Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? Oh, alright. Be careful. I'll see you back at home. The proceedings will continue. I feel a certain freedom returning to my hammer arm.
No, wow, is this some idiotic joke?
It is no such thing. The witness will return to the stand.
The Fender's looking a little outnumbered there.
Eustace Winner, I leave matters in your hands. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me.
That is the greatest compliment you can ever get from Francisco.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Winner, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court?
Yeah, so, the knife and the chisel. About that, I couldn't find them. I searched everywhere, but I was too late. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in newspaper. Oh, Eustace, I was, just on my way to throw out some trash. And then I heard this tinkling sound. Tinkling, huh? Let me guess.
The bell from Mr. Canis's chisel. You mean to tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence?
I tried my best, but I was too late. Ouch! Sorry. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where? Literally everywhere. I even went to the dump. Oh my god.
Damn.
I got down on my hands and knees and dug through garbage. I figured that stuff had to be in there somewhere. But all I found was this.
Very well. The court will accept the item you represented into evidence.
Oh, you have really outdone yourself, Eustace. You never fail to disappoint, dear boy. You dug through rotting garbage with your bare hands and that's all you have to show for it.
You are a horrible father. Could this be? The bell that was on Mr. Canis's chisel? Perhaps there's some trace evidence that can prove that one way or another. The Eustace efforts for nothing. It's true the bell may not be as much use to us as evidence. Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
Not so fast, Gavel. We're not done yet. There's one thing we still haven't looked at properly.
It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for once, I think we're both thinking the same thing.
I'm talking about the piece of newspaper the bell was wrapped in.
Seems we really were thinking the same thing.
Like all dirty my own hands.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's definitely something.
Oh shit! Oh, these finger marks feature somewhat distinctive patterns, don't they? The outlines of the letters D, E, A, T, and H, the same letters that appear on the fingers of these gloves.
Oh, gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy?
How indeed?
That's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the piece of newspaper we found. It's the A.
Yeah, because some of the A has fallen off. Look at the letter A on the finger. Half of it is missing. Exactly as it is in the print on the newspaper.
What? My beard! My fake beard, actually.
I would also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt on the gloves are covered in. I think it might be worth having its composition compared to that dirt on the newspaper. A match would make for even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Winner's gloves. Officer, have the dirt on these two pieces of evidence compared right away.
Curse you, Edgeworth, and you, Eustace. Who do you think you are? You're nothing but mere prosecutors. Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant. What? Do you think you're going to be able to make that stick? You think they'll send me to prison? Me? You think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child, a fool.
Objection!
Just give it up, Dad. Admit what you did.
Objection!
You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You won't last 5 minutes. You know what? I think I might be okay. All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor, to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got to thinking how powerless I was in all of this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then, Edgeworth appeared. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you. After all, I found the evidence on my own, didn't I? My men kidnapped you. What are you talking about?
Objection!
I guess the courtroom is as good a place as any to tell you the truth, Dad. Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be. I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember, but I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad. Not anymore, though. Thanks for everything, Excelsius. And goodbye. You? When did you? You need me, dang it! You can't possibly survive without me! Eustace! My second beard!
The court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Winner. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well remedy that. Very well, then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last. Wait, what?
Sorry, Judge Cavell. Your happy ending will have to wait. Langsy says, the end of a trial is not necessarily the end of the matter.
Who are you? Oh right, she's never actually met him!
Just a lowly lone wolf investigator by the name of She Long Leg.
And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it?
Ha! Not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than you know. Lang! Like the Lang from 12 years ago? Yep. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Are you familiar with the SS5 incident? I certainly am. It happened 12 years back. Fifi Lagarde and Excelsius Winner. In the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family name into the dirt. Right now, I'm here for you, Cavell.
Me?
You and one other person. Oh, hey, kid.
Sean!
You're both under arrest. On suspicion and conspired to murder D. John Wang, President of Zhang Fa. What?
Where's your evidence, Agent Lang?
All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look over everything. This is the weirdest arrest ever. You're under arrest. But before I can fully arrest you, you need to be with me on scene while I investigate.
This is so weird.
To actually arrest you. If you got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along.
Oh, believe me, I will. Well, Agent Lang, here we are. Where do you intend to begin?
Let's start by summing up the facts. President Wang's body was discovered here this morning. He hadn't been seen since the night before last. And the last person to see him alive was you, Judge Gavel, on the roof of the big building. Why is your milk sweating? Why did the two of you arrange to meet?
I'm sorry, but I can't say. Not even to defend yourself from an accusation of murder.
Ha! She can't say because she'll only incriminate herself more. I know you had something to do with the president's murder, and I'm going to prove it.
Objection!
You said yourself that the body was only found this morning. How do you explain that time that has passed between Judge Gavel's meeting with the president and then?
That's exactly what I'm hoping we're about to find out. I'm particularly interested in what happened last night. So why don't you tell us exactly how it all went down? Sean Fenn! We know you were here on the set last night.
You were, Sean?
You came back to run your lines, right?
What? You were spying on me?
I'm sorry, I was just making sure you were okay. It was late. I was worried about you.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't need you to worry about me. What? Sean, that's no way to talk to an adult. She was trying to look out for you. Apologize this instant. Sorry.
Wow, this is a whole new Judge Gavel.
Yeah, it's Mother Gavel. Are you listening to me? If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. You must...
Oh, I don't like this Judge Gavel. It reminds me too much of my own mother. Especially seeing as she's
is she just berating him?
Can we get on with the investigation now? I don't really want to hear a nagging mother.
All right, Sean, perhaps you could tell us what happened last night? I had a bad day yesterday. Messed up a couple of takes. We were scheduled to shoot the same scene again today. So I thought I'd put in some extra practice, and that's what I did. That's simple. It's not like I haven't done it before. It was fine. Nothing happened. You've been rehearsing late at night again? But when I called you yesterday evening, Sean, you said you were at the hotel. You called him? Around what time? It must have been 11 p.m. or thereabouts. It's one of our rules. When Sean stays away from the home, we have to speak every night. Yeah, well, I wasn't at the hotel. I was here on set.
Oh no, Mother Gavel's back.
So you lied to me?
Sean, it has been nice knowing you, buddy.
Sorry.
Yeah, the footprints happened.
Yeah.
Objection!
Hey, cool, that was easy.
Nothing happened. I'm sorry, but you're lying. This proves it beyond a doubt. Wait, how did you... That's right, your rehearsal tape.
There's a footprint there already. And you can see the other ones there too.
There is, and I'm not sure what that's an everyday sight, even on a film set.
Why did you hide the tape?
Sean, you have to tell us.
You're also grounded, mister.
Look, I just didn't want anybody to see me rehearsing, okay? I don't like it. So you were embarrassed. Is that it? Yeah. What's so weird about that? Sure, the footprint was there, but I just ran my lines from at home. That was it.
What? Ain't nothing about the giant monster footprint struck you as weird. It's a giant monster footprint.
On the set of a giant monster movie, the model of Torosaurus's head fell from the roof of that trailer last night. Did you expect us to believe that you knew nothing about that? I don't know what you're talking about. Something tells me he doesn't want to talk about last night any more than is absolutely necessary.
Yeah, I guess you all see it now, right? On the tape, the zipper is wide open. Why? Because somebody's inside the suit. That's why.
Oh, well, we always close it up tight when the suit isn't in use.
That's right, Mr. Prosecutor.
You're saying the body could have been hidden in the Torosaurus suit?
No, it could not.
Yeah, it could not.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Gavel? You pushed the president off the roof just like I said. Then you hid his body inside that costume. God damn, she's strong.
I most certainly did not.
We already have proof she didn't.
I thought we already proved that would have been impossible. The movie set was locked at the time.
What if she had an accomplice? Look, it's called mother and child murderers. Come on. What if Sean was waiting down here when Gavel pushed the president off the roof? If the two of them were working together, the problem of the lock goes away. They then work to hide the body together, too. By dragging it over to the Torosaurus suit and stuffing it inside. That's where you show the picture.
To suggest that Sean could have been involved in this it's unthinkable.
You're my prime suspect. What makes you think I'm going to listen to a word you say?
But what about motive? What reason would either of them have to kill President Wang?
I'm leaving motive aside for now. For the moment, I'm focused on means and opportunity. Oh, please. Whenever we blamed anyone as Phoenix, it's like, what's their motive?
Yeah,
They don't have one, even though you're the suspect I have has no motive either.
The video footage doesn't show the inside of the suit. You can't say for certain that there was a body in there at the time, can you?
Maybe not. We can take a look right now.
Huh. It's filthy.
With more of the concrete.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. That was cleaned out pretty good. If you don't get it gets kind of moldy.
In other words, what we're looking at is proof that somebody other than you used the costume.
Cuz, have you seen what's on the gloves? Do you think Excelsius did this too?
Covered in dirt. Must be from the body was hidden there. We'll try this one.
Objection!
Cool.
So our assumption is that the inside of the suit is dirty because the dirt came from the body.
Why? Is there a problem?
The part of the suit directly in front of the opening is particularly dirty. But look at the victim. The area of his body that would have been in contact with that part of the suit isn't dirty at all. If the victim had been crammed in there as you suggest, his chest would surely be covered in dirt.
How did all that dirt get inside there?
We discovered similar flex stock to an item belonging to somebody we recently had dealings with. The item in question being these gloves.
You're right. The dirt does look similar. But, so what? What are you saying this stuff is? What exactly are these gray flecks of yours? Concrete?
Surely they are flecks of concrete? And who did the gloves in which we found similar dirt and gray flecks belong to?
Chairman Winner! We found them in his garage!
That's right, we visited the garage at his home earlier today. We found a pair of mechanics gloves covered in dirt. And if I recall correctly, a sledgehammer and a shovel too.
That would take for fucking ever!
They smashed through the concrete to the dirt below, sending the gloves with both substances. That we finally know what these footprints really are. It seems highly likely they were docked by Chairman Winner.
Highly likely. Ha! If that's so, then tell me this. Why the heck did he make them? What purpose could they possibly serve?
I think he must have been digging something up. There was something on this lot that he needed to unearth, before construction began. In order to do so, he cut the chains to the side of the entrance and gained access from there. He then used a sledgehammer and shovel to dig free footprints. When he found what he was looking for, he backed it up and filled in all the holes.
Ah, but then Sean must have showed up, right?
Chairman Winner would have had to find a hiding place, and the Torosaurus suit provided just that. That explains why there was a large bag next to the costume in the video footage. That's probably where the shovel and sledgehammer was.
Yeah, Creever or whatever. You got all that from a pair of dirty gloves. It's good, but it's all just speculation. We don't have any proof that it was inside that suit. He could have dug those holes and gone out of here before the kid even showed up.
Oh yeah, shit, it was in the room there. What part of this image shows that Chairman Winner was still here?
Take that!
We saw the same bag in Chairman Winner's garage. The same bag, the dirt on the gloves, that has to indicate a connection, surely.
Agent Lang! The prison's autopsy report is out, sir. It is! Let me see it. Death was due to a full body contusions and bone breakage caused by extreme pressure from above. So we have our cause of death. He was crushed. 11 p.m.?
Damn, okay.
Test results saw him come back from the yellow substance found on his chest. They did find gunshot residue on his right hand.
Ooh. The president didn't die from a fall, which means he wasn't pushed from the roof of the big building. He was crushed by the falling Torosaurus heads, just as we said he was.
Guess I have to accept that now. Fine, you were right. Instead it was Sean who pushed it on top of him. You did it, didn't you? Sean. The kid's hiding something. He was right here last night, right where the body was found. He saw the footprints. And he also had a call at 11 p.m. from his mother. And yet he wants us to believe you know nothing about what happened last night. That's a big ask, surely. Fine. Keep your mouth shut, kid. I have a better idea. Why don't we let your tape do the talking? Okay, it's been like, what, since the prison?
Wait.
What kind of zoom enhances this?
President Wang was there? What the? Mr. Edgeworth, the court asked that you share your findings.
We're on a movie set, not a courtroom, lady.
I am the courtroom. Zoom in on the top right part of the image and look closely.
There's a person there. It's a really buff guy. Kinda looks like President Wang. The president!
Oh my! What? You're kidding, right?
Well, I'd say that's pretty decisive, wouldn't you?
Wait, this doesn't prove anything. I didn't know he was there.
I don't believe you. And the image does in fact prove something very important. That you and the president were here at the scene of the crime together. Admit it, kid. You murdered President Wang. Surely even you can't deny this looks pretty bad for the kid, Mr. Prosecutor.
The truth is, it was all my fault. It was my fault the Torosaurus head fell off the trailer. I went up on the roof of the trailer to prep the kid like I was using, and I turned on the heater while I was there. I must have left it burning when I came back down to run my lines. Then my mom called and I left the set to go talk to her. When I came back after the call, the Torosaurus head had fallen from the roof and the president was just there, lying next to it.
So we're saying the president died because of Sean?
If you did, I would make this whole thing just an accident.
What did you do with the head after you found it on the ground? I took it apart, carried the pieces up on the roof, and put it back together again. Yeah, because Nichols did say one person can do it.
You're saying you put out the fire and moved the head back to where it fell from. In other words, you tried to cover your tracks. You're a real piece of work, kid. Really, Lang?
It's not like I did any of this on purpose. I mean, you just forget to turn the heater off.
And you swear it was an accident. Seems a little convenient. What was the president even doing here in the first place?
How the heck am I supposed to know? I didn't see anybody, I swear.
Why would President Wang come to a place like this in the middle of the night?
Did you notice anything unusual about the body? I don't know, it was dark.
I don't think he wants to go back over that memory any more than he has to, Mr. Edgeworth.
It was dark, but you knew it was a body nonetheless. That's, Most people would cry out for help if they saw somebody lying on the ground. And yet, you didn't. Yeah, because... What was the point? He was dead. Why were you certain that he was dead? He was lying on the ground and that huge head was right next to him. It didn't take much to figure out what must have happened.
Objection!
You couldn't have guessed that the impact would have killed him. How did you really know? Fine, I checked, okay? I was scared, but yeah, I went up to the body and I looked and he wasn't breathing. Could you tell me how the body looked at that point? I couldn't tell you he was dead at first. There was no blood or anything, so it's hard to be sure. Nothing on his clothes either. He was completely clean. Wait
a second. What was that?
Nothing on his clothes. Nothing at all. Yeah, nothing. Why? Is there a problem with that? There's something you're clearly hoping that we've forgotten. About the yellow speckles on the president's chest.
How much milk does he have?
You've studiously avoided mentioning them throughout your testimony. I hope for your sake that you have a satisfactory explanation.
Overruled.
Allow me to explain. The yellow residue on the president's chest. I imagine it was from a bouquet of flowers. Lion lilies, to be precise. 2 nights ago, when I met the president on the roof of the big building, I presented him with a bouquet. They are a type of lily with large yellow petals. I imagine that the substance on President Wang's chest was pollen from those flowers. But why give him flowers? That's something I'm at liberty to divulge. I threw the flowers away, okay? You did. They were there when you first found the body. Yeah, they were right there on its chest. And they were squashed completely flat. I know exactly why Sean disposed of the bouquet. You saw me leave the house with it, didn't you?
Oh, I get it. When you saw the flowers on the president's body, you remember seeing your mom with them.
And felt the need to prevent her from coming under suspicion. No, you've got it all wrong! That's his least convincing lie yet. I often decorate our home with lion lilies. I imagine that's why he remembered.
So the flowers his mother was carrying showed up on the president's body. And because of that, he got rid of the bouquet and kept quiet about having discovered the corpse. Ha! Well, that ties everything up nicely, doesn't it? A little too nicely for my taste.
I can think of a far more likely culprit than the boy.
What? Who?
The person who was holding Sean captive until only a short while ago.
That's right, we had to rescue him from a warehouse refrigeration unit down by the harbor.
A refrigeration unit in a depot?
Yeah, lucky it wasn't switched on. Poor kid might have frozen into a popsicle otherwise. He was doing his best to call out for help, which is how we found him.
The sedatives had worn off by then, so he was wide awake and pretty loud. But not as loud as me!
Sedatives? Isn't that what you were given too?
Yep! We found the bottle on the floor of the unit. It was even the same brand. 3Z's! Apparently it's super strong.
Somebody else was responsible. And I think they've been behind all of this.
Oh yeah? And this secret mastermind of yours was here last night, too.
That I can't yet say. So is there anybody else? Winner. Excelsius. Of course!
Chairman Winner. You think he killed President Wang?
Why not? We proved that he was present. And if he was here, he's a viable suspect as anybody else, wouldn't you say? It's certainly another possibility to consider.
12 years ago.
Agent Lang, what happened 12 years ago?
It's nothing to do with you.
I think it has everything to do with me. It's clearly connected to this case. This is a report about Bronco Knight. It was sent to Chairman Winner by Warden Lagarde. This last part in particular should be of interest to you.
Retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. In front of the planter.
And that's not all. Take a look at this. This letter was sent to Rosie Ringer, the victim of a murder that happened the night before last.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
We don't know who sent it, but it does say this. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
What? But...
Something strange is going on, Agent Lang. Miss Ringer was murdered the night before last. President Wang was not long afterward. There's a connection between the two murders. There has to be.
The SS5 incident happened on a winter's day 12 years ago. February 10th, to be precise. Your police received a call directly from the kidnapper. I've got the president of Zhang Fa. Was he president then too?
Apparently. So he was kidnapped.
Yeah, SS5 is the official designation of the president's kidnapping case. The kidnapper wanted $100 million.
Only 100
Which is kind of
million.
weird because Zhang Fa doesn't use dollars at all.
Only 100 million.
The last person to see the president that night was my father. And its kick-ass beard stash thing.
Yeah.
They were together at the embassy of Zhang Fa until midnight on the 10th. You know, for somebody who wasn't well-liked, he's been president for quite a while.
I get a feeling Shangfai is not the most democratic country.
And nobody knows what happened with the president after that until he was kidnapped. Our government did everything they could to scrape together the money. They were desperate to save him.
Damn.
They're also very poor, apparently.
That's a very poor country.
And in the end, they succeeded. The money was handed over and the president came home safely.
That was not the president then. I think it's a double.
The length of time he stayed in power is even close to the most impressive thing about him.
I assume the kidnapping was thoroughly investigated.
It was, but the investigation was top secret, as was the trial.
The trial? So a suspect was arrested?
Yeah, none other than our friend, Fifi Lagarde. My father was in charge of the president's security at the time, but they held him responsible for the kidnapping and stripped him of his duties as presidential bodyguard. He stayed on the force, though, and he worked the case alone, until eventually he found a suspect, Lagarde. And if you thought she did it, there's no way she was innocent. But they declared her not guilty, and the case went cold. My father couldn't take it. He was broken, mentally and physically. Finally, he quit the force altogether, but I've never been able to see the materials from the case. I'm sorry, but that's all I know. Heroic music!
Francesca!
She's here to save the day!
As she usually is.
And Mr. Fender!
Yeah.
It says SS5 incident investigation report.
When Fifi Lagarde mentioned an incident from 12 years ago earlier, I couldn't help but wonder. So I decided to look into it. And this was what Interpol provided.
I owe you, sis. But everything relating to the SS5 incident was supposed to be top secret.
Yes, but that classification was applied by the prosecutor in charge of the case, Excelsius Winner.
Him again.
Due to the outcome of this morning's case, he's been stripped of his authority. An outcome that was in no small part thanks to the efforts of his own son. Prosecutor Justus Winner is busy wrapping things up after the conclusion of the Lagarde trial. But he asked me to give you a message. Leave that and Lagarde to me. You focus on your case over there.
February 10th, 12 years ago, President of Zhang Fa was kidnapped and ransomed for $100 million, which is apparently a lot of money for Zhang Fa. President's presence at the embassy until midnight confirmed by Da Long Lang. Suspect Fifi Lagarde. That really it?
Yeah, apparently not much. Huh, according to the file, the incident occurred exactly where the plaza is now. Seems there was an eyewitness, a freelance journalist by the name of Alf Alldown. But apparently, he was killed by the culprit for witnessing the kidnapping.
So this is where he saw it all happen, huh? Here? As in the big building?
No, construction of the big building only began a year ago. Damn!
Wait, they built this whole thing in a year?
Holy shit, that is impressive!
12 years ago, this place would have been The happy family home.
Oh my god!
Doggy! The place for children without parents. An orphanage, in other words.
The president was kidnapped from an orphanage?
Yeah, and the place was run by Fifi Lagarde. I just love Little Thief.
Oh yeah, Little Thief is great. Damn!
Yeah.
What the heck is this? What we're seeing here is the front yard of the orphanage as it was 12 years ago. At least as far as the police reports describe it. These footprints go toward the body and come back.
According to the case file, they thought to be the killers. They're about a size 9. Pretty average, in other words. It seems the police weren't able to track down who the murderer was from them, though.
These were footprints stopped by the body.
I guess that means they belonged to Mr. Alt Down, right? His feet were pretty big. What's that? About a size 12.
Damn. Alf Alldown, the man who witnessed the president's kidnapping. What exactly did he see?
Here, a gift for you. This is Mr. Alt Down's autopsy report. 1 a.m. on February 10th. Somebody dropped a yellow flower here. I think this one symbolizes, the desire to steal treasures.
Okay, you can't just make these things up. What we can say is that it looks to be different from all the other flowers in the planter. A lion lily, you say?
I believe this particular cultivar is from Asia, where it's said to symbolize the bond between parent and child.
This was a brick used in the murder.
They probably took it from somewhere nearby, huh?
That's a lot of blood. Seems mostly to have come from the back of its head. As you can see, that area is completely caked.
Yeah, the autopsy report says that's where he was hit with the brick.
Indeed, I imagine his attacker must have snuck up on him from behind. Looks as if he's clutching something in his right hand.
Oh yeah, they mentioned that in the file somewhere. Let's see. According to this, it was a button.
A button? Torn from the attacker's clothing, perhaps? This silver must have belonged to the victim.
You're right! Huh. Yeah, it says here in the file that Mr. Altdown made a call while he was watching the kidnapping.
A call? To whom?
His girlfriend. Seems he called her when he saw that the president was there. But she didn't pick up, so he left a message.
Hey, Rosie, it's me.
Rosie?
I guess you're asleep already. Anyway, I'm here at the orphanage. Something weird's going on. President Wang is here for some reason. And there's another... Damn it. Lights out, so I can't quite see, but it looked like he was being kidnapped. Anyway, probably nothing, but I thought I should let you know.
He must have been attacked while I was still on the phone.
Mr. Aldown's girlfriend. What was her name?
Ringer. Rosie Ringer. At least that's what I heard. Oh no, another prosecutor.
Just as I thought. A revenge for what happened 12 years ago.
So she really was out for revenge on Chairman Winner, wasn't she?
Perhaps it was the suppression of the kidnapping. Or perhaps it was because she thought he was one of the kidnappers. So the victim was carrying a camera.
Oh yeah, according to the file, they recovered a picture. Yeah, here we are. Wait a second. Looks like the president's being kidnapped, but it's probably nothing. He's at gunpoint, dude.
That's...
Also, the button is from the snowman.
Yeah, it's one of the eyes. These planters.
According to the case file, the yard stretched around 3 sides of the orphanage. And there were 3 planters on each side.
Yes, planters arranged in a very particular pattern. One we've seen somewhere before. Because it's how the footsteps are at the plot. So that's what our monstrous hoof prints really were. Recall the arrangement of the prints, now compared to that of the planters.
Whoa!
That's right, I believe the footprints are located exactly where our planters once stood.
So Chairman Winter was digging around the front of them?
He was. Why might he have been doing that? Recall, if you will, the report that Warden Lagarde sent to Chairman Winter. In it, she mentioned something that had been laid to rest in front of a planter.
You think she was telling him where to dig? Wait, but why 3 holes?
Because the report didn't specify which one of the planters she meant.
But why go to all that trouble? What was he looking for?
Yeah, what was he looking for? What is buried down there?
3 planters. Covered with snow.
Is anything the matter, Agent Lang?
Yeah, something's not right. I wasn't able to look at the case file until now. But what's weird is I've seen this scene somewhere before. But where? I keep thinking I've got it, but then it's gone. President Wang changed after the SS5 incident. I guess he felt his trust had been betrayed. I can understand that. But to cut ties with my family completely, after how close we'd been for all those years, my father was desperate to make amends. To just get one chance to say sorry. But no matter how many times he tried to get an audience with the president, he couldn't. He couldn't even convince them to take a letter to him. One time, he came home covered in bruises. Who knows from where? A bodyguard, maybe?
I'm starting to suspect the president after the incident is not the president from before the incident.
That'd be a hell of a body double for all those years.
Oh, yeah.
I just realized, look at this.
Yeah.
Like, compared to the other one.
Why is it so grimy and messy? There are burn marks on this pillar here.
The reports say there was a fire sometime on the evening of the incident.
A fire?
One of the orphans set a fire with some kerosene. Some sort of prank, probably.
Oh my god! Seems the antics spoil our chance of finding any footprints in the entrance of the building. I think that's about all we can learn from the scene for now. Well, okay.
Alright, how about I try to show you how things looked earlier on that night? Little Thief is still the best.
Oh yeah. Best tool. There's Mr. Alldown in the middle of the planters.
And there's the president who's kidnapped out by the road. My father based his investigation on the evidence Altdown provided. That was why he thought the kidnapping and the orphanage were connected somehow. But when the case went to trial, Excelsior's winner put a big hole in that theory.
He did?
Yeah, after all, the president and the kidnapper weren't actually on the grounds of the orphanage, so it's hard to conclusively prove any kind of connection. The winner and the god were working together. They had some kind of deal, I'm sure of it. So you're saying that Chairman Winner was working with the kidnapper?
Your father was convinced that Lagarde was the culprit, correct? And you say he was a gifted and thorough investigator. Then he must have had some more to support his theory than just Mr. Aldown's message, surely.
Yeah, he must have. I just don't know what it was. Hey, that snowman! It was melted in the simulation of the morning after the murder, huh? And that muffler was all wet. Its little button eye had fallen off.
This snowman is missing a certain something, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, his right eye.
Indeed. Luckily, we've managed to locate it.
The button Mr. Altdown was holding.
If we suppose that the button was indeed the snowman's missing eye, the victim was clutching the button, and the button was covered with his blood, which means he must have grabbed it after being attacked. Let's run a little hypothetical, shall we? What if, after being struck, Mr. Altdown lost his balance and reached out to grab something to steady himself? The snowman. The snowman wouldn't have supported him, so he would have grasped the button and continued falling.
He was near the snowman when he was attacked.
I am, within arm's reach to be precise.
His footprints only go as far as the planter. He never came back this way.
What if they weren't his footprint? I think we need to look at all the prints again.
But the footprints on the left definitely match up with Mr. Altdown's shoes, right? So what's the deal?
Let's take another look and see if we can figure it out. These shoes, as the case file says, they match the footprints, but... these aren't the victim's shoes. I'm sure of it. Look at how the laces are tied. Don't they look a little strange to you? What's more, they don't appear to fit Propably.
So neither set belongs to him? Then how did he get here?
That's easy enough. He didn't walk. He was carried by the killer. Then where did the murder take place? Severely over by the snowman, as we suspect.
Look, there's a brick missing here.
The rest of the brickwork looks fine. Strange that just this one is missing. It seems quite likely that the missing brick was the one used in the murder, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, they're the exact same shape and size.
I think we have to conclude that the murder actually happened over by the snowman.
Right, the button came from there, and the brick too.
Indeed. And what's more, if the murderer took the brick from right by the snowman, and then tried to sneak up on the victim all the way over by the planters...
Mr. Altdown would have seen them right away!
Exactly.
Oh my god, this is crowded.
Which means the photograph was taken afterwards to make a false narrative.
Yeah, no matter how you look at it, this just doesn't work, huh?
Indeed. Everybody who was present is in exactly the same spot.
So, where did we go wrong?
What if one of them was faked somehow? Can we really be certain that this picture was taken by Mr. Alldown? We know that whoever killed him moved his body. But why would they have done that? What if they wanted to make it seem like he saw something he didn't?
And then they took the photo to help back up the lie?
They had the president at gunpoint. They could easily have forced him to pose for the picture. He would have had no choice but to comply.
They only recovered one picture from Mr. Aldown's camera, right?
Indeed. I imagine his killer probably removed the film that was already in there and replaced it with another, thereby ensuring that the only picture found was the one they staged.
So this picture was actually taken after Mr. Alden was killed. Wait, so where was the president when Mr. Alden thought he saw him being kidnapped?
Luckily, the photograph isn't the only piece of evidence we can use to try and figure that out.
Oh yeah, he left that voicemail too.
He did. I think we should listen back to it one more time, don't you?
I love how they're like, we should listen to it again, but not give you the chance.
Take that!
And there we have it. The kidnapper was really standing over by the building.
Yes. Which would certainly have strengthened the theory that they were connected to the orphanage.
So they moved the body and staged the photograph to distort the picture painted by the voicemail, which helped them undermine the idea that the orphanage was involved when the case went to trial. Like, why is this in the recreation? It's his blood.
Let us know. A lot of it. Certainly looks as if a murder occurred here, doesn't it?
Wait, but we just figured out that Mr. Alden was killed over by the snowman, right?
We did. I think this blood might belong to somebody else.
What? But the police report said the blood was Mr. Alden's.
Need I remind you that the case was overseen by Chairman Winner?
This is the only part where there's no snow, huh?
Because of the fire, one of the kids said. Imagine the snow here melted as a result.
This must have been the unluckiest orphanage in the world. First a fire, then a murder. Talk about going from bad to worse.
Fire came first, just because it caused the snow to melt.
But the blood still is cut off, so if the fire was first, then this happened before the fire.
Yeah. The blood is clearly cut off where the snow was melted by the fire, which means that the blood in question was spilled before the fire started.
The kid who lit it might have seen something. Who's the kid?
Then why isn't there a witness statement? Because I would have challenged him in Winner's version of events.
We need to know more about this fire. You!
Yes, Shifu!
Contact my family back in Zhangfa. Tell them to search my father's office. There should be something that related to the case. I told you I had seen this scene somewhere before, didn't I? Well, I've remembered where. It was in my father's office. He had a picture of it. Or at least, of something very much like it. It looked like it was drawn by a child. It should still be there somewhere. Tell them to send it right away.
Yes, Shifu! Shifu, I'm back.
Holy shit! That was fast!
We are very fast. I brought everything the police had on the fire, and I also brought the picture from your father's office. I somehow got it over here across several countries.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Oh.
Hell is this?
Okay.
This is it. This is the picture I remember. Okay, they took a picture of the picture. That makes sense.
That's body harm.
It sure looks like a kid drew it, huh? That kid draws better than me.
Yeah, Sam Williams bet it's the work of the child who set the fire. And yeah, they draw better than me too. It seems the boy who started the fire sprang out of the bed on the evening of the incident, and then disappeared several days later.
Looks like the kid left something behind that was put into evidence. Huh? What's this?
That's what's it doing in that case file. I don't know what it was doing in the evidence for that case, but it looks like that might be the missing horn from this soft toy.
Hey, that was President Wang's.
You've seen it before.
Of course, he always kept it somewhere close by. I remember it because of the missing piece.
I see, it has a special device inside that plays recorded sound when you twist the horn. Hi, Dijun, sorry, President Wang. It's me, Amelie. I know it's been a while. I saw on the news that you were visiting the country soon, and I didn't know whether I should get in touch at all, but in the end I decided I had to.
Overruled.
Turn it off! Right now!
Are you okay?
Just turn it off! Please! You see, I had a baby. A beautiful little boy. Your beautiful little boy. Oh my god, I think you're right.
I knew it!
I'm sorry, that's pretty much all I wanted to tell you. Oh, except I called him Sean. Sean Fenn. It has a nice ring to it, don't you think? No! And also that I'll be at the orphanage on the evening of the 9th. I'll be waiting in the front yard. I thought you could meet him if you like. It's only just this once. I know you're a very busy man, but anyway, that's where we'll be. Goodbye. What? He was my dad? I'm so sorry, Sean.
Care to explain what the heck is going on, Gavel?
Sean isn't my biological son.
Oh my god, you didn't have him when you were 13? Who'd have thought?
What a shock. I had talked with him, and he was aware of this. Yes, of course. His mother, Amelie Fenn, she died 5 years ago. We were cousins. Oh, yeah, okay.
Related!
We really are just, okay. But we were also friends. The best of friends. People often mistook us for sisters. And so, when she died, it seemed only natural that Sean should come and live with me. Of course, we had to keep his father's identity secret. I decided the best way to do that would be for him to never know in the first place. That's quite a lot to learn from a recording made on a seemingly innocent toy. You sure he was really my dad? Yes, I'm sure. Before you were born, your mother worked for a time as a diplomat in Shangfa. What? You told me she worked at the orphanage? You told me she worked at the orphanage? She did. But only after she returned. After she quit the diplomatic service. She always loved helping others. The orphanage was perfect for her.
Sorry, Judge Cavell, but I have to ask. Amelie, whatever, the lady who asked the president to come. Why didn't she show up herself? Why isn't she anywhere in the files relating to the SS5 incident?
She never made it to the rendezvous that night. Someone was tailing her. And because she couldn't make it, she never saw the president again. Then she died 5 years ago. This can't be easy for Sean. Sean. That's how you can guess why I met with the president 2 nights ago. I wanted to tell him face to face that Amelie was gone. Also that you were alive and well. More than well. But it makes sense now. No wonder Judge Cavell was so keen to avoid sharing the details of that meeting.
Yeah, she would have had to share the truth about Sean, too.
That was why I took the lion lilies with me. So there would be no doubt that I knew Amelie. That I knew her well. These flowers bore special significance for the two of them, you see. President Wang gave Amelie a bouquet of lion lilies in the early days of their romance. But now he too is dead. If only he had lived, Sean might finally have been able to get to know him. I've been waiting for the right time to say this, but they sent something else from Xingfa. President Wang's will.
What? It's on a scroll, I love it. What? This is... Seems he was planning on publicly acknowledging Sean as his son.
Sean's name appears in the president's will? And we are certain that the document is authentic. The President Wang wrote it himself.
Sure we are. It's old, but it's real. My family took charge of it back before the SS5 incident happened. Well, that's that, I guess. I still can't quite believe it, but the president confirmed it with his own hand. There's no denying it. Sean, you're President Wang's son. Oh my god! We kind of figured that out, like a while ago, actually.
Sean!
Catch him, quickly, Kay! Kay, go!
Sean!
Why isn't Kay running? She's super ninja. Hey, we found Sean. That didn't take long. Why are you still following us?
Sean? He was my dad? You know how hard I tried to find him? Sean. I get it. He was the president. He had a lot more to think about than just me. He was right there in front of me. Right there in the set. So why? Why didn't he just say something? Why didn't he tell me who he was? I'm sorry, Sean. I'm so sorry. Not your fault, Mom. It's mine. If I hadn't broken my promise to you, that fire would have never happened and he wouldn't have. I've ruined everything. Everything. It's all my fault. Sean, please. You mustn't blame yourself. Just try to be here. With me.
The real story of the SS5 incident. The president went to the orphanage that night. That much we know for sure. The Torosaurus toy proves it. He must have gone there to meet with Amelie Fenn. Except he was kidnapped and Altdown happened to see it. If Altdown hadn't been there wouldn't have been a murder, just a kidnapping.
Objection!
There was a large pool of blood between the planters, but Mr. Altdown was murdered over by the snowman. It cannot belong to him. What if all that blood by the planters belonged to somebody else? Not just one person was killed here 12 years ago, but 2.
You're saying they covered up a whole separate murder? But whose? Who else was killed that night?
Excelsior Swinner tried to shroud the existence of the other murder in darkness. But there was one piece of evidence he wasn't able to suppress. Thanks to the efforts of your father, Agent Lang.
The picture my father kept. A picture of a
We
picture.
all agree that's the president on the right-hand side, and that's the Torosaurus toy in his hand. Well, who's that standing across from him? That's Body Hammer.
It's obviously the crew member.
Who would be 2?
Wait a second. Do not disrespect Penny that way, game. It says Sean Fenn at the top. It says crew member, but then her name is Penny Nichols. Just put Penny Nichols on the top.
That is funny. Eastern ropes and a black dog. That can only be Body Hammer Canis.
What? The creepy assassin guy.
And what would a hired killer be doing in the presence of a president? I can think of only one thing.
A chess match.
That's right. It wasn't a kidnapping that occurred here 12 years ago. It was an assassination.
Yeah!
One provided a venue for the killing, and the other suppressed the testimony of the child who witnessed it. Mr. Olddown was murdered because what he witnessed was actually an assassination.
Oh my god, these two are just evil!
So, I think the prisoner has been a double this whole time.
Do you think I'm an idiot? How could the president have died 12 years ago? Because Don Tigre took over the whole time!
So we have a president killed 12 years ago, and a president killed in the last 48 hours. Two presidents, in other words. One of the two was a body double. Tell me that doesn't make sense. In Amelie Fenn's recording, she asked the president to be at the orphanage at midnight. But it shouldn't have been possible for him to be there at that time, because he was supposedly still at the embassy. With your father, Agent Lang.
Fuck!
So the real president, that was the one who died 12 years ago? I think it might have been.
But why? And who? Who would have hired Canis to murder the president? We need Canis here. I'm sure he'll explain everything.
He probably would, to be honest.
And since he escaped, he's probably on his way here now. We'll probably hear a bell any minute.
The picture taken with Mr. Olddown's camel was staged sometime after his murder. Mr. Olddown was murdered because he witnessed the president's assassination. In other words, the photograph too must have been taken after the real president's death. So who is the president in the staged photograph? The body double. Nothing else makes sense. I believe the president's double had him killed so that he could take his place permanently. Look at this evil trio. What a stance.
Wait, you didn't even have a body to support your theory. Are you telling me it magically disappeared?
Chairman Winner docked something up last night, something he couldn't trust anybody else to retrieve. We thought it might have been the ransom money, but it was actually something even more important.
Wait, you mean?
That's right, the real president's body. I think it's highly likely anyway.
What?
The body may have decomposed in the intervening years, but the bones would surely have remained. Mr. Powers informed us that construction is due to start here sometime soon. Everything had to be wrapped up before then. The shooting of the movie, and the recovery of the president's remains.
Yeah, I guess once they started digging the place up, they would have found them pretty quick, huh?
Agent Lang, we need to have the so-called monster footprints analyzed again.
Yeah, I guess we do. If there was a body under one of them, there should be trace evidence to confirm it. Hey, get me somebody from forensics. Sir, presenting the findings of our analysis, sir. Traces of human remains were found in the dirt, along with other signs of a body having been buried. So it really was him. Bones were also recovered from the home of Excelsior's winner. Oh my god.
Okay.
The physique looks to be about right, and dental and medical records are a match.
Damn.
Wow, we were quick.
Damn.
It's him, no doubt about it.
So as suspected, the real President Wang was killed 12 years ago. The SS5 kidnapping was in fact a homicide. Oh
god,
shit.
it's him.
Oh shit.
It is Canis!
Body hammer Canis!
Buggy! You killed President Wang!
I did, but it's not something I'm inclined to gloat over. I was more interested in something else you mentioned. Or someone else, should I say? Someone you're looking for, I suppose. Exactly. Why I took a little sojourn from the penitentiary to find a certain young pup. A young pup in a rather eye-catching red raincoat. What did you call them again? A secret mastermind.
Look, I'm still blaming the Monkey Man. He's the only one that could have called of the characters we know.
The young pup I mentioned, he saved my life, 12 long years ago.
Wait a second. If he's a young pup, did Simeon save him as a 12-year-old somehow?
I think it might be Simeon. It might actually be Simeon Saints.
Look, out of everyone we have on here, he's the only one that fits.
Yeah.
It's the most innocent looking ones that are the most evil. Remember, what's his face when he just lifted his hair? Was pure evil and had a wine glass?
Oh yeah, that was cool. Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
As you have surmised, it was I who killed President Wang. But that meant that I too became an inconvenience to the removal. The imposter president, Winner, Lagarde, all three were keen to guarantee my silence. And if I hadn't met my friend, the young pup again, it might have succeeded. I wonder what he's doing now. So it was the president's body double who hired you. I remember his words almost as if it were yesterday. You know how many times I've nearly been killed? Not once, not twice, a bunch of times.
Why do I have to take all the risks? Why am I the one they always put in danger?
That is literally your job.
That's literally your job. When I'm out there being him, people treat me like I was him. They worship me. So what's the difference? Who's to say I couldn't just be as good as him? There was a difference, of course. Even if he did look and sound exactly like him. Just because it walks and talks like a president. That doesn't make it a president, does it, boy? No. The president's double knew that his employer had a weakness. A young woman named Emily. In order to find her, he needed to enlist the help of locals. Locals such as Chairman Winner. Once Miss Fenn had been located, they simply needed to find the right time to lay their trap.
The meeting she arranged so President could meet his son. That would have been the perfect opportunity.
Indeed, and with the head of the orphanage brought into the fold, the little conspiracy was complete. Where might I find the pup? Makes you think the boy who helped you and our mysterious string puller are the one the same. He set a little fire that night. Out there in the yard of the orphanage.
Oh, yeah, we saw that. It was some kind of prank, right?
A prank? It was nothing of the sort, my dear. No, as I understand it. He had taken refuge in the igloo by the entrance. From there, he happened to see Win and Lagarde carrying away a dead body. He also overheard them hatching a certain saucy little plot. A plot to remove me. The only other person who knew what had really happened from the picture. Thankfully, it was kind enough to come and inform me. So I was waiting inside the building, you see. He also happened to mention later on that he was wearing his favorite red raincoat. In any case, he escorted me from the premises. And being a very considerate boy, ought to erase both our footprints from the scene of the crime. It seems he had a little kerosene set aside in the igloo for just such an occasion. So he spread it liberally about the place, set himself a little fire. You never answer my question. You really think he's the one behind all this? I do indeed, don't I, Helmut? Yes I do.
Hold it!
Again, so the two of you have met before. Yes, on a cold and lonely Christmas Eve, 18 years back. What? But on that occasion, it was I who saved his life. It was snowing, more than it had in years, and cold enough that death by freezing was a real possibility. I had taken Helmut out for a little walk. He noticed something, and brought it all through the snow.
How old is your dog?
I suspect Helmut is probably a mutt, so they can live a lot longer.
Yes, but we're talking Helmut is at least 18 at this point.
Yeah.
And that's assuming he had him as a puppy. He's probably close to 19 or 20. That's an old dog.
Yeah. When I caught up to him, he was sniffing at a car. The doors had frozen shut. It took all the strength I had, but eventually I managed to open it. Inside, I found two young boys, shimmering and semi-conscious. I took them both to a nearby orphanage. This was on Christmas Eve 18 years ago. You're certain of that? I am.
Holy smokes!
It's Tangaroa's children and Artie Frost's children. It's those two.
No, not Tangaroa. It was Chef Dude and Frost. Up until the day before the incident.
Yeah, those two.
So we can assume this is Simeon then.
Yeah.
Because his father's an evil bastard. Also, his father likes red. What do we know about Simeon? His hair is red! It's a way to remember his father!
Intriguing. Son of a murderer and the son of his victim. Suppose that would make sense. It would. One of the boys was bound hand and foot, you see.
That must have been part of Mr. Frost's plan to stop Mr. Gusto's son from getting to the competition.
Indeed, because without his son to taste his creations, Mr. Gusto would have had no chance of winning. Certainly neither of the boys were able to remember any such details. It seems that they really were on the brink of death when I found them, and the shock of the experience caused them both to lose their memories. What? They weren't even able to remember their names. Canis, would you mind telling us what happened next? The Pop and I remained in contact even after I was sent to prison. But then I stopped hearing from him. I couldn't help but worry. And people from 12 years ago started cropping out up all over the place. It rather piqued my curiosity. So I thought I'd temporarily gain my freedom and look into things. So he's literally saying he could just leave it at any point. Who are you? Sorry, but I'm waiting for somebody. I know you are, President Wang. I couldn't help overhearing the news. Congratulations. But please, don't worry about your son. I only kill those I'm employed to kill.
which in this case means you. Oh, wait, this is my first chance to meet him, and it might be my only chance. Please, give me just a few minutes longer. I thought he was going to beg for his life, but...
Oh, an interesting character. I told him I was not aware that he had a child. No, he said. He shook his head. Neither was I. The world will know that I have one now. I mean to make sure. I've even prepared something in case the worst comes to the worst.
Which was his will.
President Wang was more agile than I'd anticipated. He blocked my first knife thrust with something soft. By the time the piece I'd broken off hit the snow, my next strike had hit its mark. He's fast! I was the only one present to hear his final word. Only one who knew the truth about his son. Well, me and that poor pup.
Which is Simeon.
Hold it!
Let's find out more.
So you were able to continue communicating with him from prison? I was. Via a post office box. What were the two of you even communicating about? We were playing correspondence chess, of course. That and griping about our respective lots in life. Was it night?
No, we know he had several games of correspondence chess.
Yeah, that's true. He was probably playing with several. Right, we could see that he had several pieces set up, right?
Wait a second. That ring. Forgot all about it.
The ring.
I can't zoom in on it, but was that the Audie Frost symbol?
I think so. Oh shit, it might have been Knight, which means Knight is probably not dead.
I mean, but we know he's dead. He was murdered. So does that mean Knight had something to do with all that IS-7 business?
Do we have any evidence that might connect Knight to the IS-7 incident? The ring!
Are we saying Knight is the son of Frost? Yeah. And Simeon is the son of Gusto?
Yeah.
And they remained friends because of the orphanage?
The ring.
Yes, that is definitely the Frost thingy. So we're saying Mr. Knight was Mr. Frost's son? The cops don't mess around with stuff like that. They would have made sure before handing it over. Wait, so a secret string puller is Bronco Knight?
Knight is dead. How could he possibly be involved in our current case? I did so used to enjoy tapping out my little letters in Braille. In Braille? That's how you wrote all of them? That's right. I have the tools to do so in my cell. And what exactly did you write about, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, this and that, general chit-chat, and chess moves, of course.
He typed it all out in Braille, but this was sent to Bronco Knight.
Yeah.
This isn't tapped.
Simeon gets the letter, changes it, and then sends it to Knight.
Maybe someone typed Mr. K's letters out on purpose?
Yeah, there may have been some sort of intermediary between the two of them. Mr. Canis says he wrote his letters in Braille, and yet, letters received by Mr. Knight contain no Braille at all. This suggests that there must have been a third party who typed Mr. Canis' letters out.
I guess it could have worked the same way on the flip side too, right?
I think you and Mr. Knight were both communicating with this person, Mr. Canis. Canis, the answers you received, they were written in Braille too, yes. But what if the other child from the incident 18 years ago was actually who we've been looking for?
Camillo Gusto's son. But who is he? And where is he?
Him? But surely not. It was the monster.
What? Did you really just say what I thought you did?
Yes, the monster. That was the key to unmasking our mastermind. We are doing a new show soon. I'd love if you could come, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, look at that handsome wizard right there.
Damn it.
I'll be joining Regina on stage for this one.
Are they implying that the monster was the lion?
I think so.
Enhance. Unenhance.
That is.
Oh, that's a hot air balloon!
Yup, it's a hot air balloon!
Oh my god, this is getting more ridiculous.
That's the real monster. And the sound Miss Lloyd thought was the creature breathing fire? That's how balloons fly, huh? They burn gas to make hot air? They do. Now Colbert was able to use that balloon to carry Kay up to the roof of the big building without ever going near the elevator. That is actually explains why she's not doesn't appear on the recordings.
Cameras. Yeah. Circus worker, friend of the Bronster, son of Gusto. Whoa, you're not serious.
That's right, Simeon Saint is the one behind all this. Hey, where do you think you're going, old man? Nothing escapes you, does it, young pup? My congratulations, Mr. Edgeworth. But now that I know the truth, my business here is done. What? No, Mr. Canis, wait!
Oh my god!
Get it off me! Get it off me!
Damn it, he disappeared! Oh god, it's this music.
Oh, hi, Mr. Edgeworth.
Did you guys come to watch the show? Hello, Miss Berry, Mr. Saint. You're a little early, I'm afraid. We're still practicing. Would you mind looking at this photograph, Miss Berry? That's the eye pin and a balloon you used to advertise the circus, correct?
Oh, yeah. What is this exactly?
I have a strong suspicion that the balloon was used by the criminal we've been looking for. Who's usually in charge of the balloon, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, that would be Simeon.
Mr. Saint, you took the balloon out late the other night, didn't you? Sure, I was practicing. I'm still pretty bad at flying it, so I needed to put in some extra hours. At night, when it would have been even more difficult than usual. A strange time to decide to practice. But why else would I have taken the balloon out? What are you saying? That you weren't practicing at all. You were taking an unconscious Kay to the top of the big building in order to frame her for the murder of Rosie Ringer. The security cameras never recorded Kay taking the elevator up to the roof, which means she must have gotten there another way. From the sky.
It's Maximilian Galactica! He can fly!
And the only person able to make that happen would have been you. You also attacked Sean at the garbage disposal area, drugged him, and carried him away. That's why you were late for the hearing at the courthouse, wasn't it? I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. Why would I do any of those things? Please, you have to believe me. I'd never, ever do anything like that. I wish I could believe you, but I can't. Any trust I had in you has been completely destroyed. I see it now. That's your strategy, isn't it? With everybody. You root out their psychological weaknesses and exploit them. And without even realizing it, they wind up doing exactly what you want them to. Exactly the behavior one would expect from the arch manipulator behind all our recent troubles. Simeon Saint, you are guilty of crimes too numerous to mention. You always did have the courage of your convictions, I guess. Luckily, grinding people's self-belief into dust is kind of a hobby of mine.
What?
Oh, okay, he's a Disney princess. Okay.
Evil! Why is there a pig? What? Oh my god, what was that animation? Oh my god.
Well, this is certainly a side of him we haven't seen before.
Simeon, this can't be true, can it?
Truth, lies, what does it matter? All you need to know is that Mr. Edgeworth here has made me very mad indeed. And now he's going to pay. Sure, I went up in a balloon a couple of nights ago, but I was just practicing. I guess somebody took that picture when I flew by the big building. This balloon, do you usually launch it from here at the circus? No, you need a wide open space. There's a park over by Sunshine Coliseum. That's where I used to take off from. I see. And how do you get the balloon to the park to launch it? Not by hand, that's for sure. That thing must weigh a few hundred pounds. How do you transport the balloon? You use a truck, okay? You just load it on the back and away you go. So just to confirm, the truck hasn't been anywhere else since then? Why would you need to confirm that? I just told you, didn't I? Answer the question, or are you trying to avoid this one too? Oh, that was a cheap shot, even for you. If I say something, you don't need to confirm it, because I just said it. See how that works? But since you insist, the truck's been parked out back since the day before last. And the balloon was still loaded on the back basket and all. This truck, it wouldn't happen to be blue by any chance? Huh? So what if it is? We happened to see a blue truck ourselves just today, one with a large basket loaded on the back. If that was the truck you told us about, then your statement about it not having moved in 2 days is a lie. I'd like to have the truck tested for fingerprints. Huh? Why would you want to do that? Because I expect to find a certain very specific set of prints. And if I do, that will prove beyond all doubt that it's the truck we saw in front of the big building. You think you're going to find your own prints on there? I do. Because I put my hand on your truck when I saw it in front of the big building. Let's see what we can find, shall we? Emma, could you lend us your scientific skills one more time? That's why I'm here. One moment, please. That confirms it. It's Mr. Edgeworth's print, all right. And with that, another lie is exposed. Yuck!
What are you doing to the rabbits?
Yeah, that's okay.
So what were you doing in the truck?
Oh, just driving around for fun, you know. Kay was abducted 2 nights ago. Your balloon was sighted nearby. And today another abduction, this time invoking involving a truck supposedly used to transport garbage. And your truck was sighted nearby. Coincidence, nothing more. You want me to believe that you were near the scene of 2 separate abductions? Simply by chance? Just be honest, you were involved in both. What makes you think they were even connected? A certain very important piece of evidence, that's what. Oh, this should be good!
Can you not stick your tongue out, dude?
Kay was struck with a dose of a powerful sedative, and a bottle of sedative was found right where Sean was being held captive. The very same brand, no less.
Objection.
I knew you'd try something like this. So the same sedative was used, so what? Does that mean everything's connected? You know as well as I do, that doesn't prove anything for sure. Cops, prosecutors, you, Miles, you're all the same at the end of the day. You force the evidence to fit the crime, or you flat out make it up just as long as somebody goes to jail. Okay, you're about done there, Miles. No more cheap shots left to fire? Right, well I have a show to be rehearsing for, so if you don't mind.
Hey, come on now, you two. There's no need to get all hot under the collar.
What are you sticking your nose in for?
Hey, I just sensed the vibe getting a little harsh and heavy, yeah? Thought I ought to lighten the mood. Want a hug? Help me out here, Kay. Lift our spirits with a little dose of the old great thief magic. You don't have to tell me twice. Okay, let me see if I can do Simeon's voice. Here goes. What? Objection.
Take this seriously, will you? We can worry about whether or not this is the right thing to do later. This is my last chance to try and prove a connection between Mr. Sane and his crimes. And us was looking for a secret string puller too. The young Pop, as he called him. I could prove that Mr. Sane was that same young Pop. Then perhaps... That's right! A mastermind was involved in Canis and Knight's correspondence chess exchanges. Mr. Saints? You're a fan of chess, I take it? Huh? Where'd that come from? Chess, sure. I don't hate it. Secret string puller was playing correspondence chess with Mr. Canis. Take a look at this letter, if you would. Who do you think could have written it? I believe it was the person who had inserted themselves between Mr. Canis and Knight. And you think that person was me? Why would I go through all that trouble? That's crazy. To make it appear that the two men were connected and communicating directly with one another. The very facts that led Fifi Lagarde to murder him. Listen to yourself. What do you think I am? Some kind of evil puppet master? You've seen me. I can barely even get the animals to do what I want. I'd like to have your room searched. I believe we might find...
Objection.
Letters? You won't. Trust me. Once I'm done with something, I put it straight in the trash. Guess I'm not that the sentimental type. Why get hung up on the past, right? Guess you went in without the evidence you needed once again, huh? That's a bad habit, you know. This Knight person, you mean Bronco, right? Simeon's friend? Yes, what of it? Does she know something? A letter came from him this morning. For Simeon. Miss Berry, we need to see this letter right away. It's another correspondence chess letter. Oh, because he never got to do his next move. Here's my next move. Pawn to g6. Can anybody else smell checkmate? I mean to see your face when you lose. But you're never going to beat me. Not at chess. It's postmarked the 26th of March. The day before Knight died. I guess it must have gotten held up en route. Well, do we move around? We do move around a lot. It's part of being a traveling circus. Our mail arrives late all the time. Interesting that it's addressed directly to you, Mr. Sane. Yeah, one of the letters you would have to transcribe into Braille in order to create the illusion that they were somehow connected. Curse you, Bronco! You're still getting in my way even now? I hate you! I hate you!
Simeon, how could you? Mr. Knight was your only friend.
Ha! We weren't friends. I stopped thinking he was my friend 18 years ago. I nearly froze to death because of him. I was just about to head out and meet my dad at a contest. But then Bronco showed up. He pinned me down and tied me up. He was crying the whole time, whining on and on. I'm sorry, but my dad says I have to do this. And if I didn't do what he says, he's so scary. I'm not there to taste his candy for him. He'll be so upset. He eats me. If I don't go, he won't be able to show everybody he's the best in the world. But no, he locked me in that car with him, and the two of us nearly died. Bronco's dad killed mine. He was the son of a murderer. Wait, Bronco is not Frost's son. Simeon is.
Always misremembering. Because remember what they said about the chess, the ring and stuff. They made sure it was him.
I'm sorry, Mr. Saints, but you've made a mistake. A big one. Artie Frost was a sculptor. He'd been working in France not so long before the murder, under the name Paul Harlequin.
So I hear, but I don't remember anything about that, so I wish I could.
Well, I'm afraid it's only natural that you don't, because he wasn't your father. Take a look at the ring for me if you would. What does the engraving on it tell you?
It's 2 letters, right?
It is. This is the seal with which Paul Harlequin used to mark his works. It was found next to Artie Frost's body, 18 years ago.
But why would Bronco have a memento of my father?
The police looked for Frost's son for a long time, and eventually, they found him. The ring was handed over to the man they were able to prove was his child, Bronco Knight.
But that's not... That would mean I was...
Precisely. That you are, in fact, the son of Carmelo Gusto.
And both of you are weirdly, like, genius evil masterminds.
Somehow.
No, that can't be!
My dad was... I remember, don't I? Bronco tied me up and locked me in the car. It was his fault I lost my dad. He deserved to die, didn't he? I did all that. And now you're telling me that it was my father who killed Broncos? What was all this for?
So this really was just a revenge scheme.
Yeah. I didn't want to wind up dead too. I didn't want to be weak and vulnerable. That's why. I tried to be like Canis. Why I stayed in touch with him all these years.
Well, thanks for confirming that, buddy.
You're right. It was me. It was me all along. I was the one who witnessed the murder 12 years ago, but you knew that already. And they knew it too. That's why Lagarde kept questioning me. Day in and day out. Who could blame me for wanting to get out of there? No matter where, when they were on me. They never stopped coming. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Wow.
Couldn't even sleep at night. Even the smallest noise I'd be chasing shadows. It drove me crazy. So I joined the circus. At least that way, moving from place to place was part of the job.
How long have you been part of the circus?
My whole life, I've been up against the chief prosecutor and the warden of a prison. No regular person would hope to stand up to people like that. From the time I was a child, I had nobody. But it wasn't even the worst of it. The body double was behind it all, controlling everything. He may have been a fake, but he was the president of an entire country. What hope did I have? But here's the kicker. I didn't kill anybody. The most of you can blame me for is writing the odd letter you don't there. A quick note to Ringer to tell her about Winner, another to him so he knew about her. But the fact that they wanted to kill each other and one of them succeeded, that was all on them. So you take no responsibility for the fact that your actions result in multiple murders? Right, same thing at Gourd Lake. People are much easier to control than animals, you know. The whole fake assassination plot? I handed that to Bronco on a plate. So Rook's murder was... No. That was all Bronco's idea. Nothing to do with me at all. Still, it moved things in the right direction, wouldn't you say? Isn't fate a crazy thing? Setting Lagarde up was easy too. I just made it seem like Knight and Canis were in contact with each other. And slid the chisel inside the chess set. Who knew that would be all it took to make that awful woman murder poor Bronco? Is getting arrested part of your plan too? No, that wasn't something I expected, I have to admit. I never thought they'd take the chisel for the murder weapon. That was a real plot twist. Made my blood run cold, for sure. But then who should come through with the turnabout to end all turnabouts? The greatest legal mind of this generation! My knight in shining armor! I bet it felt pretty good saving me like that, huh?
You're wrong! He wasn't playing at being an attorney! He was trying to help you! Because helping people is what Mr. Edgeworth does!
Think about it, I never actually did anything. What's my crime exactly? Explain to me. You think you can pin an incitement charge on me? Read my letters, I don't mention murder anywhere. If I did, maybe you'd have a case. Maybe you could say I encouraged them. But it's the same story as always, I'm afraid. You can't prove I did anything at all. I'm afraid you're wrong. I have proof that you meant for at least one murder to happen. Because you said so yourself. I know you think you can worm your way out of everything. But this time you're wrong. I am. Yes, because our conversation was being recorded. By somebody intercepting the signal from the very listening device you planned it.
You got your conversation with the clown here on tape? That's what you're trying to tell us.
No. Miss Lloyd, could you play us the tape, please?
Mr. Edgeworth, that's just Gavel's cell phone!
Who is this? You're the one who abducted Kay.
I can't hear you, Mr. Edgeworth!
Sorry, it was right around here. I was as surprised as...
Huh, that's weird. Seems we maybe, didn't quite catch the next spot on tape.
Oh my god, really? What?
Why? How could it not be on there?
Oh, poor babies. You think I'd leave myself wide open like that? Well, think again. There's something a little special about that bug, you see. It can be turned on and off remotely. You switched it off to avoid being recorded. Bingo! You would have to know you were being recorded in the first place. And I did. Of course I did. It was so obvious that someone was eavesdropping, and that's because Miss Lloyd, was it? You knew about the kid prosecutor's kidnapping without any prompting. You heard that whole conversation? I did indeed, old pal. But I must say, I thought you would have figured it all out much sooner. Aren't you supposed to be a genius prosecutor? Now, where were we again? Oh yeah, and the part where if you couldn't prove incitement, it was game over. Oh well. Kay had one-to-one encounter with him only recently. What if the sound from that point in time had been recorded? It's saying that Dr. Kane took her up to the roof of the big building 2 nights ago. What if there was a recording from around that time? Miss Lloyd, quickly, play us any tape you have from the night before last.
Huh? Oh, sure thing.
That would have been at landing.
That was a gunshot. That was a gunshot. What do we know about this guy? There was something weird about him, if I remember. Gunshot residue on his right hand.
Yeah, there's no escaping it now. That gunshot ties you directly to the case. Huh? What are you talking about? Nobody ever even mentioned the gun. It's written right here in the president's autopsy report. Traces of gunshot residue were detected on his hand. Ugh. And where was Kay when the gunshot was recorded? That's right, she was in the balloon being taken by you to the top of the big building. However, the roof wasn't as deserted as you needed it to be. Yes, I was there with the president. Wait, not long after we started talking, you noticed something and told me to leave. And if a gunshot rang out shortly after that, don't tell me you didn't hear it yourself, Mr. Saint. But even not when it sounds crystal clear in this recording. You were just going to pretend to ignore me? What else do you expect me to do when you keep spouting your weird theories?
We didn't just hear a gunshot on that tape. If you listen carefully, you can hear the bullet hit something too.
I think the president was firing at the balloon. And if he was, that what we heard on that tape could have been the bullet hitting the basket.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there's a freaking bullet in it. There's a bullet hole in the bottom of the basket. I'd call that pretty conclusive proof. Yeah. Well, Mr. Saint, how would you explain not just the sound of the tape, but the accompanying bullet hole? You see everything, don't you? It's pretty impressive, I have to admit.
Just shut up and confess, will you?
All right. No need to get cranky. What really happened 2 nights ago? I'll admit I flew the balloon off to the roof, but when I arrived, Judge Gavelle and the president were already there. That came as a surprise, I have to say. Only the president noticed me, and he made the good judge leave right away. Then he pointed his gun at me and fired.
But why was he trying to shoot down the balloon?
Oh, that's simple enough. When I arrived, he was just about to murder your friend the judge here. Me? Yeah, you. You told him about Sean. What did you think would happen? Why do you think he met with you in the first place? You thought you were going to expose him as an imposter.
But why? Why did he try and shoot you?
You were lucky that the bullet only struck the bottom of the basket. Yeah, I tried to get out of the way the second he pulled out that gun. Couldn't have my balloon going pop. So you left it right then and there. Of course I did. He was shooting at me. Are you saying there's a problem with that? Yes, there is. In the end, you managed to leave Kay there up on the rooftop. Which means you didn't actually leave the vicinity, did you? Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you the next part. Well, after he shot me, he escaped through the hatch to the 51st floor. The hatch that leads to the storeroom where the items from the underground auction were kept. You're lying to us again. The president never entered the storeroom the night before last. Miss Hart testified to that fact. And you believe the word of a 2-bit hack over mine?
I beg your gosh dang pardon? Say that about the chief again, I dare you. I'll wipe that smile right off your stupid clown face. So we know Hart was camped out on the 51st floor that entire evening. If our fake president didn't escape through there, then how the heck did he get off the roof?
Excellent question. And the one that I hope to provide the answer to next. He flew.
He flew?
Yes, in Mr. Saint's balloon. Whoa! Quit fooling around, will you? Why in the world would I give that guy a lift in my balloon? What's the security camera on the elevator? Miss Hart was on the 51st floor the whole time. There's no other way he could have left that rooftop. You know my MO by now, right? I'm a hands-off kind of guy. I just like to pull a few strings here and there. That was the case with Bronco, with chairman winner. So what makes you think I let that fake president set a foot on my balloon? Besides, I thought he was crushed to death by that model monster head.
But what if he wasn't?
Yeah, what if he wasn't?
Like, what else would have crushed him on top of the big building enough that he would allow a corpse onto his balloon? So he has K in his balloon, he crushes the president, he takes K out, puts her wherever he puts her, puts the president in, goes down and scares Winner away or something, and puts the guy in the thing. And the source head is probably already on the ground broken.
Yeah, very likely.
At that point.
Sean didn't kill the president. The president was crushed by a monster. What? Did you really just say that, you? Oh, I get it. He's the kid who can communicate with giant beasts, right? Did he use his special powers? The only person communicating with monsters was you. Sorry, but you must have been mixed up with somebody else. No monster pals here, I'm afraid. Why the false modesty? You're very close with at least one such creature. In fact, you can make this particular monster do exactly as you command. It was you who killed the president, Mr. Saints. I can prove it.
I get it. That thing may look lighter than air, but it weighs a few hundred pounds, right?
When the president attacked you from the roof, you had to think it quickly in order to protect yourself. The method you chose, landing a balloon right on top of him. You didn't need to let him ride on that balloon, and he didn't need to coerce you into taking him. Because what you took away was his dead body. Wait a minute now, Miles. If what you're saying is true, the president would have been killed 2 nights ago, which would mean the time of death recorded autopsy was wrong.
Sean was in a freezer, right, when we found him? It had to have been recently turned off because it was still cold as hell in there. Did he have frozen the body?
Oh shit, you're right, he could have frozen it. Hate him all you like, but you're more like your father than you know. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You and your father were the same, even in the methods you chose. You deliberately threw off the time of death just as he did. I threw off the time of death? And how did I do that exactly? You needed to keep the body cool somewhere, and you also needed somewhere to keep Sean. Who knew that the two were connected? You're talking about the kidnapping again? Why are you bringing that up now? Because as much as you may wish we had forgotten, we know that you kept Sean in the refrigeration units. The same refrigeration units in which you kept the president's body. Just as your father froze the body he was trying to conceal 18 years ago. What? You're saying I'm the same as him? The same as the animal who abandoned me? Shut up! I'm nothing like him. I could never be like him. He's nothing to do with me, and we're nothing alike. Your crimes were even exposed in the same manner. You couldn't be more similar. What should I say? I don't know anything about a refrigeration unit. And the kidnapping, nothing to do with me. Nonsense. You did it so you could blackmail Judge Gavell. You know for a fact you were involved. But it changes nothing. You still don't have any proof of incitement, of kidnapping, of anything. Oh wait, or are you planning on maybe fabricating some? Taking a leaf out of the old winner playbook? Yeah, never. I would never do that. What was the line? No matter what happens, we must find the truth. Something like that? But only when the truth suits you, huh? That's how the law keeps people down, isn't it? Everything points to this man being our culprit. But we need evidence. Even just one piece.
Gumshoe!
Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. I had them look into a few things real quick, sir, about the refrigeration unit where the kid was kept. It was registered to a very big circus, just like you said.
And there it is, just in the nick of time.
Excellent work, Detective. Well, Mr. Saint, must be some kind of mistake. Why would a circus need a refrigeration unit? A valid question, I suppose. You know, experts on the circus trade. Well, Miss Berry? We do hire you to store all the food for the animals. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know where it is. I leave all that to Simeon. He's so good at that kind of thing. You fool! Simeon, you're scaring me.
You don't look scared.
You knew that if the body was found in the unit, the suspicion would fall on you. So you panicked and moved it to the grounds of the big building instead. Yeah. But you weren't counting on Sean being found in the unit when you kidnapped him. If only you'd known you were up against a great thief, and an even greater detective. Is everything alright? You're looking a little pale. Don't think you won just yet, Miles. You don't have any evidence that I crushed the presidential figure with that balloon. And I know you don't, because there isn't any. I'm afraid there is. What? Analysis of the balloon basket should turn up the evidence we need. When Sean found the president's body, he also found a bouquet of lion lilies.
Symbol of the connection between parent and child. A popular flower back in Zhangfa.
That's your proof? A bunch of flowers that will be rotting at the dump by now? A bunch of flowers that Sean threw away? So much for a beautiful symbol of parental connection. That's got nothing to do with any of this. Ignore him, Sean. You threw those flowers away, that much is true. But the bond they represent remains as strong as it ever was. The flowers Sean disposed of had been squashed flat. Must have been crushed by the balloon. We examined a basket for traces of lion lily pollen. What do you think we might find? No, you don't need to do that. You looked over the basket just now. Anyway, if there was pollen stuck to it, you would have seen it. Those flowers are bright yellow.
Objection!
Not all evidence is visible to the naked eye, Mr. Saint. Emma, leave it to me. Ah, I got something.
Why does it do that sound?
It's my science sound.
Why do you have a science sound?
So I know when I've done science. Bright yellow pollen, just like you said. If it's from the same flowers, it shouldn't take more than another quick test to prove it. What? And there we have it. You murdered the president, and this murder you carried out yourself. No, how could this? No! You crossed the president with that balloon. Then you loaded his body into the basket and you took him to the refrigeration unit.
But why? Why go to the trouble of removing the body?
Because he knew another incident was scheduled to occur that same evening.
Oh, Rosie Ringer's murder.
Exactly. If he had left the body there, it would have interfered with his other plans.
I get it. And he couldn't leave the body in the refrigeration unit for too long either, right?
Indeed not. So while returning to the big building to drop the body off again the following night, he must have observed the fire Sean caused. The Torosaurus head falling as a result. That's what gave you the idea, wasn't it? To frame Sean for the murder? Yeah. You made it seem as if the falling head was what killed him so that my son would take the blame. Despicable coward! In order to achieve your aim, you lowered the president's body from the balloon to the lot below. And while he was dangling from the rope you used, he was caught on Sean's rehearsal tape.
Wait a second. Wait a second. He dangles him upwards?
That is funny.
Okay. This is the same ridiculousness as the other circus one.
Oh, yeah.
Where this bus hit the dude and made the cape fly onto it and shit. Oh my god. This is unbelievable. Come on. I'm sorry, but a corpse wouldn't be posing like that.
Oh, definitely. Look at those muscles. How do you see through it all? How? How?
You manipulated people and you manipulated this case. Just as you manipulated animals on the stage. You thought you were all powerful, but your reign is at an end. The animals look like they're mad with you, Simeon. Even Money and Isaiah.
Oh no, not Money.
I thought you were their friend, but you're not. This hadn't met all at the same time.
Kill him. Oh god, I was kidding.
Stop it! Stop looking at me like that!
Don't, get away from me! Get away from me! Leave me alone! Dad, where are you? I'm so scared. I don't know what you're talking about. I've done nothing wrong. Nothing. I am not the bad one. They are. Why, Bronco? Why did you stop me from going to see my dad? If only none of them did what they did, I wouldn't have had to.
What was
I
happening?
couldn't trust the police. I couldn't trust anybody. I was all alone, but nobody's helped me.
But that man, he helped me. And this was the only one who ever helped me. But I used people. I had to. Is that so wrong? No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Ow! Stop it!
No, look at
you! No!
Oh
God! No! No!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Somebody should go save him before he's murdered.
It seems the game is up at last.
That snake is not in there. It's not held in there. What the hell?
Yeah, that's actually not that safe. Yes, hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, may I be the first to congratulate you? You have unmasked the person behind this entire sorry affair. Now I am free to... No! Guns are so clumsy, don't you find?
Okay, this dude is ballsy.
Yeah.
I'm just going to enter this tent full of everyone. I like the little detail with Gavel.
I don't have a gun. Please, not only are you carrying one, you were just about to draw it. It was stolen from the president after murdering him. This gentleman betrayed a bond of trust. He knew the so-called president was an imposter, yet he employed me to kill him nonetheless. There's nothing more dangerous for an assassin than to be lied to about the nature of one's target. Yeah, that's true. But that was not your true crime. No, thinking you could deceive me, manipulate me, that is the crime for which you are about to pay.
I'm sorry, none of you can stop the killer.
Oh shit!
Oh my god!
You!
What is going on here?
Step aside, Canis. That man is my target. I will politely ask that you call off this particular job. He'll pay for his crimes, but in prison, not at the end of your blade.
What the hell is this?
Oh boy. And if I refuse, let us just say that I might not take the loss of the one life that I ever saved too well. You save a life, while the Hamacanis, the blind butcher himself. Preposterous, I know. But yes, I, who have taken so many lives, once chose to preserve one. That of an innocent young pup. And he, in his turn, saved mine. Something of a bond formed between us. As one professional to another. As that you let this particular target live. Very well. The boy must mean a lot to you. Now then, I bid you all good day.
No! Get back here!
You have my thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. This young pup needed to be shown the error of his way. You have done just that. Alright. Suppose we'd better be getting back. Ironclad enclosure awaits. Doesn't it, Edgeworth? Yes, it does. And I suppose we'll be on our way. With me, young pup. On our way to where? Where else? To the prison. Our home. Our home? And with that, the case came to an end. A case that had dragged so many people into its orbit. But as for me, there's one last thing I had to do. Your request has been processed and approved. I've asked my prosecutor's badge to be reinstated. A certain man once said that to be an attorney is to be a defendant's most trusted ally, and that by believing in your client, the truth will make itself known. But that's his and my father's path. Mine lies elsewhere. My path is that of the prosecutor. It always was.
Well, then I guess that's that.
I'm sorry.
No, I dig it. And besides, I can tell by that look in your eye that your mind's made up.
It is.
Hey, Milester, care to tell me why at least? How come you're so dead set on popping the old prosecutor's hat back on?
You once asked me something, Fender. I've been thinking about that question ever since. About how I mean to live my life. And now that this case is over, I think I finally know the answer. I'm going to help people as a prosecutor.
But can't you also do that as an attorney?
Look at it this way. Simeon Saint was also a victim of sorts. He lost his only parent all those years ago, and with him, his ability to believe in a just world. I know how that feels. He had no faith in the law. He felt that seeking revenge himself was the only option. I want to help people like him. If he had been able to rely upon the law, none of this would have happened. Chairman Winner made a mockery of justice, and in so doing, drove Mr. Saint away from seeking it. The law is only as good as its practitioners. It can be a shield that keeps the people safe from harm, or a sword wielded to wound them. Just one among many of the law's great contradictions. But one cannot solve such contradictions in the law without engaging with it. I don't think an attorney could have saved Mr. Saint, but a prosecutor, custodian of the law, I think perhaps they could have. I plan to take up my badge again and confront those contradictions at every turn.
Very Miles Reno. I like it. Find the law itself, that's lawyering on hard mode.
I understand that, but somebody has to do it.
You're going to smash this. I just know it. After all, you're Gregory's boy through and through. And if there's one thing that man did not know how to do, it's give up. Eyes on the prize and straight on till sunset. That was his motto. You know what? I saw the same determination on your face the second you mentioned taking up the prosecuting again. You know what's really grown and changed? Hate to be a great big cheese ball, but you. I only wish your dad was here to see it. He'd be proud as all get out.
And, thank you. By the power vested in me by the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence, I, Verity Gavel, do hereby, in the sight of the Almighty Goddess,
reinstate Miles Edgeworth as a servant of the law.
Yay! Alright, you're a prosecutor again!
Best news I've heard all week, sir!
Well, Mr. Prosecutor, I got a scoop. Your pop's going to want to know that his kid just signed up for the opposition a second time.
Thank you again, Fender. For everything.
Don't thank me yet. The next time you see me, it could be across the courtroom. And this face is a whole lot less roguishly charming when it's on your side of the aisle. Alrighty, Fender out.
I like Fender. I lost the title of prosecutor, but now I have regained it. So doing, I've seen a new way forward, a new path for justice. I'm determined to follow that path until it finally leads me to the truth. No matter how hard it might be, no matter what obstacles might arise. Woe betide anybody who stands my way, but it may be whatever they might say, I will lift my voice and shout, "Objection!"
I had no control over
I
that.
had to speak really, really fast.
I'm not reading this stuff. I don't feel like it.
That's fair. It all says so fast.
Also, I can't switch between Lotta and Tabby. Oh, be nice to her. Probably.
Of course.
Oh my god. Lotta, you are just the best.
Oh boy.
Kay's just ready to fight Ice Cream Man the Killer.
Damn.
I mean, it's been like a week, hasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah, like another 3 weeks to go, dude.
I like this ice cream that's the emotions.
Yeah.
Crepes. Yeah, crepes is fun.
I'm sure those were on the big building,
Yeah.
actually. So he changed over to that, but he still carried ice cream because they didn't change the model. Oh my god, I forgot about that! Oh my god, you're definitely out of the count, dude. I forgot all about the teddy
Yeah,
bear.
like, it's so weird. Like, God really made this place really weird.
I wonder what's gonna happen now that she no longer has it. Oh god, it's this guy. What's happening to you? Oh, he's still up to it.
Okay, and that's good for you, man.
Oh my god. Of course. Not surprised with him at all.
He actually didn't care about the animals at all. He just wanted to get out.
Oh, what happened? Yeah, I'm curious what's going to happen now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you know what sadness is, Regina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she knows what
Yeah,
sadness
she
is.
just goes over it really quickly. The show must go on.
Nah, can't let the magic people do it.
The hammer.
What is Simon up to? Or Simeon?
I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
Is Is he gonna be in the same cell with you?
Oh. Is Simeon gonna be trained to be an assassin?
Oh my god!
Oh, they still sing together.
Of course they do! I mean, she was a famous actress, and he's never stopped singing.
Yeah.
I still find it just ridiculous that they interrogated him so much that his hair turned white.
That is pretty funny, yeah.
Oh, he gets to feed her still, apparently. Oh, he just comes here and cooks.
Oh, that's pretty nice.
He's spreading the gospel of candy making.
That's nice.
He probably just uses their kitchen for, and they supply all the stuff. And then, of course, the gods are getting some, too. Oh, no, what is she up to? Why peg leg? Gonna make a medicine out of his candy?
Huh.
Snacker's delight! It makes your stomach so small you can only eat snacks. Oh my god.
Oh,
To be fair, she would make a killing with that
She would.
one. Oh god, Larry. Forgot you existed.
oh.
Ah, wow. No, I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
poor Larry.
The fact he keeps getting all these women, though, is really damn
Yeah, I
impressive.
don't know how he does it.
Oh my god. Larry, just follow your art. Oh, Detective Bad, weren't you arrested?
The bad invader.
Later. He is doing good work. Oh, please, you can still work with him. Look how often he's worked with Phoenix.
Yeah, like, they work together.
Oh my god, Fender.
Oh, right, the,
Oh no, it's these two again. I mean, yeah. Hey, I still think I did an amazing voice as the old
oh,
lady.
yeah, totally, totally.
Best voice.
Yeah.
And workaholics.
Yeah, of course they are.
Can't keep the dead waiting. Did I read that right?
Yep, for some reason. Oh, Emma, right.
Oh yeah, I forgot Emma was down here. Why were you around?
Right, she was only around for a quick vacation.
Why are you training in Europe
Apparently,
again?
there's a very good forensics academy in Europe, from what I remember. She said.
I guess, but it'd be so practical just to train here.
Yeah.
There's a murder every other day. I mean, there's been like, what, 10 murders in the last week? Like, this whole game, I think, takes place like over a month, actually, and there's been like a third of that month had somebody die. Ooh, what does become of Eustace?
That's a very good question.
Because he came a long way.
Oh, yeah. He had a lot of character growth.
It did take being kidnapped by his own father and completely having a mental breakdown for it, but details. What's that secret, Lang? Or is it just the president's death? No, yeah, it's just the president's death. Yeah, Zing Fall will rise again!
So Lang is going to be president, is what you're saying?
I don't know, actually. Maybe? The winner. Oh, that is such a good
Yeah,
animation.
with the glint and the eye drop.
Yeah. Oh, he's trying to beat Edgeworth. Get a new nickname. Winner? Buddy? Pal? I think you have bigger priorities than a nickname.
He needs to have something so people can recognize him.
Ah, yes, a crew member. Her name is Penny Nichols.
Yes.
I hate that!
Yeah, the assistant, the crew member. They don't even have a name here.
Why is it a picture of Powers? Apparently Powers is now advertising as like a villain
Obviously.
for the movie, I guess.
Aw.
Ooh, a good movie apparently. Wait, but I thought this place was gonna be like rebuilt. Oh, he befriended them both. Of course, dude, you were like the main character. Of course you'd be in the sequel.
Aw.
Aww.
That's nice.
I'm going to assume the movie did
Yeah.
well.
I hope it did. Oh! Okay.
It's been 2 hours.
Phew, it's been a busy few days, huh, sir?
Unbelievably so. How did so many important cases all come along at once?
There's never a dull moment when I'm around. I guess I'm just lucky that way.
Wait, so all that stuff happened because of you?
No, Gummy. How could you say that?
Well, okay. What now? Will you be returning to your thieving practice?
How can I put this? I've worked on the good side of the law for too long. I don't know if I can go back to being a thief. I guess I feel like I've been trying to follow my father's footsteps this whole time, you know? Trying to become a great thief, just like he was. But watching how this all panned out for you, Mr. Edgeworth, it got me thinking that maybe I need to get out from under his shadow and live my own life too. Just like how you decide not to do the whole attorney thing. It's time to make our own fate. I'm going to be my own hero! What?
That sounds like an admirable plan indeed.
I won't be giving up the name though. Can't not be the Yatakarasu,
It's a
right?
very good name.
Which makes a good point.
Whatever name you pick, you'll always be K to us, K, and you'll always be a hero.
Aw, thanks, Gummy. You'll always be my Gummy too.
You bet I will, and I'll be doing my detective thing just as hard as always. So I'll be counting on you, sir.
Yes, and I'll be counting on you too, Detective. Just as I've been counting on you these last few days. We've held us out too many times to mention. I think your next salary review may come as a pleasant surprise. He's getting a raise.
Oh my god.
Wait, you mean
I'm saying I'll see to it that you get paid a little more, Detective.
you will? Oh, this is unbelievable, sir.
Oh, don't think I'll be letting you rest on your laurels. Your work won't be getting any easier. I hope you understand that.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Fernand Judge set me on a new path in life. Path on which I will face down every contradiction that a law has to present. Path at whose end lies the ultimate truth. But can I really do this? I'll need to give it some serious thought. It certainly won't be easy. Nonetheless...
Oh, I almost forgot!
What is it?
I was trying to find out other members from my Yatagrasu team, right?
I do vaguely remember something about that.
I never even found a single one. How hard were you looking? We're going to be unstoppable on our quest to steal the truth. So much for that little pipe dream.
You're kidding, right? You already have a team. A team that can solve any case the world cares to throw at it.
Huh? Yeah, I guess I do. The prosecutor, the detective, and the great thief. Between the three of us, we can hunt down the truth, put it in handcuffs, and seal it once and for all.
I can't help feeling a little sorry for the truth. In that case...
As long as the three of us stick together, we got nothing to fear. Right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Indeed. Nothing at all.
The prosecutor badge looks so cool, much cooler.
Yeah, it kinda does.